And boy, have I been waiting all week to do this right here. Hello, everyone, and greetings to everyone who's already in the chat, which includes Winston Tokahisa, Deacon Dave, Toya the Tutor, Anthony Drosos, and RPM. Thank you for being here. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Yeah, I saw some things that I really didn't like this week, and gotta tell you, it's giving me a very bad energy. So please forgive me for any shit that I may pull tonight, because I'm gonna say a lot of things that really fucking need to be said tonight. Yeah, and I probably already got the yellow dollar sign for anyone who knows about monetization, because you only can say like what 3 or 4 curse words before they limit your ads. But you know what? This was this was never about like this was never about just making money. Yeah, of course, I would love to make money off of this. And no, I'm not going to scam you. I've always been brutally honest with you guys. And I've always asked for you to do the same with me. Period. If I'm not offering anything of value, tell me. So I can basically tell you to kiss my ass because, hey, you know what? A lot of you love that messy shit out there. Shit that doesn't offer any value. But maybe not the guys that are in the chat right now. I fancy myself on having an intelligent crowd of people, but you know what? I got some bad news for you guys. The number of N words out there far outweigh the number of sensible blacks. And that is a sad fucking thing. But I'm starting to, you know what? I'm starting to get it when people say it starts with the men. Because my belief is we, the men, in this quote unquote community, or what's left of it, we are the backbone. We are the strength. Everything comes through us, our hard work, our dedication, and our perseverance. Now, I'm not saying that females can't be like that either, but they're the more frail gender. It's not going to be a bunch of muscular ass women around here going around protecting frail dudes. It's always going to be the other way around. So, anyway, just a little forward because the topic for tonight is who is the HNIC? Who's the HNIC? Okay. Now, the purpose of this broadcast is not to name an HNIC. It's not. Quite frankly, I'm tired of this fucking behavior out of our men. Period. Because we have a bunch of strong, big personalities in this space. A bunch of them. And we could all work cohesively to solve all these quote unquote problems wherever they may lie. Whether it be with the political aspect of the black community or the community aspect of the black community. And a lot of people say, hey, you know what? There's no community left. Don't say that. All kinds of bullshit. And I think that it's a lazy sentiment. I really do. They say concentrate on yourselves as an individual. Well, I got news for people like that. Unless everybody is fucking 18 and under that listen to us, you cannot sit up there and say bullshit like that. I mean, look, and I've never claimed to be the smartest man in the world. I never realized that so many guys, from the way they expressed themselves throughout all these broadcasts, were looking for help. I thought they were just looking for a discussion. I thought they were just looking for podcasters to listen to, such as myself. So I try to offer a principle-based common sense perspective, even if I'm not the one that has the most common sense in the room. I admit as a Gen Xer that I fall short in certain areas. So it has to be like, it has to be because you guys just like, hear me talking and wanting to listen to what I have to say. But my belief is this. My belief is this, and it's really starting to kind of get under my skin quite a bit. The black manosphere is a place where we have the greatest opportunities to make a difference because it is like all these black men platforms, which were non existent years and years ago, they exist now. And why would you want to squander this opportunity based on a bunch of fucking mess? Jesus, it's like we're so attracted to drama rather than solutions. And I know a lot of people say this shit. I know they do. But after I seen what happened this week, I'm compelled to believe it. And you know what? I'm not okay with that. And I believe it is my belief that I'm supposed to be not okay with it because, hey, you know what? It's quite a few of us that actually value this space. I want to see black men succeed, but black men gotta want to succeed too. I asked a friend this question, a close friend of mine, this question this past week, and I was disappointed in the answer that this person gave me, but sounds like this guy was telling the truth to me. I asked him, are black men destined to fail? Are we destined to fail? And his answer was clearly yes. I was like, it's like, although I was disappointed to hear that, I'm starting to believe it. And, you know, is it based on the few content creators that do have a chance to make a difference, but they just won't? Maybe that is a little bit because, you know what? A lot of people say that it's just internet, it's just social media. You shouldn't take too much of this to heart. You shouldn't let it get to you. But it's always been my belief that social media is a reflection of real people and how they really feel. Even if they don't show it in the outside world, you see inklings of it everywhere you go. And like for any of you that don't think that social media is a real place, try to bring up these conversations at family dinners, at your jobs, just anywhere but social media on a Wi-Fi connection, and watch what happens. And for real, it'll turn all these smiles upside down because guess what? We have to face the inevitable reality that we need work. Period. There are some influential men in this space that are taking the low route. And believe me, it's not about what I want. But, you know, I always have been a person, like ever since I was a kid, that I always had this expectation that, you know, one day that we might be smart enough to start figuring this out. And after everything that happened, because, you know, I got my lessons in racism and civil rights at a very early age. And it was quite shocking to say the least because I went beyond, like at age, I would even say age 10, I went beyond the whole Martin Luther King, I have a dream. There were some people that didn't like me because of the color of my skin. I went in debt. And what I found out was very, very disheartening. The violence that we all had to go through, including like, you know, eras such as the slavery era, the Reconstruction era, the Jim Crow era, then, you know, the Civil Rights era, and then post-Civil Rights era where everybody just seemed to just forget about everything we went through with all the other eras, you know. So I had that sense of self. I had that sense of blackness, not necessarily pro-blackness, you know, not the media's portrayal of pro-blackness because it was always made into a joke. Seriously. Remember the movie I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? Clarence Williams III played the pro-black, and then he had the white family. Yeah, that's all a part of that mental programming that you guys, a lot of you guys think you don't have. You know, maybe is a part of the programming I have because, hey, you know what? Any examples of pro-blackness in the media? You had Chris Rock playing a character named Nat X on Saturday Night Live. You had Eddie Murphy playing a character, a hostile militant poet named Tyrone Green. Now, some of y'all weren't born when these people came out, but hey, this is where a lot of this stuff started. They made pro-black into a comedy. They made fun of it. And because they made fun of it in the media, we took it for a joke. We took it for a joke. And I think that got interwoven into the psyche of the black man. If pro-blackness is a joke, dude, you know, we had to assimilate into the greater society to not be a joke. But that was never my feeling. It was never my feeling. Although I laughed at movies like I'm Gonna Get You Sucker and found Tyrone Green and the Nat X characters as being kind of funny, I always felt as if something was wrong with it. That it was something that should be revered and not taken as a joke. But, because of silly shit like that, and it kept repeatedly happening from those eras up into the present day. I mean, in the present day, is being looked and frowned upon. Any semblance of pro-blackness or anything. Like, I even frown upon what pro-blackness has become. I even frown on it these days because it's not really pro-blackness, it's programming. Now, I love being black. I love being a black man. I think being a black man will be part of who I am from the day I was born to the day that I die. But it's disappointing how much these black men that's in this space alone have been carrying the banner of the black manosphere. Niggas, and yes, I say niggas with a lot of spite, niggas want the space to fail. How in the fuck do you want a space full of thinking black men to fail? Is beyond me. And one of the answers that I've come up with is HNIC complex. Head nigga in charge. Highlander complex. I really wish people would stop saying Highlander syndrome. It's not syndrome, it's complex. Shout out to Edward Anderson, but like I say, Edward Anderson, he probably needs to correct his context when it comes to Highlander syndrome. And I suggest he Googles it to see what Highlander syndrome really means. In fact, anybody that got their smartphone in their hand right now, Google Highlander syndrome right now and tell me what you come up with. HNIC complex in this space is so fucking retarded. It is. It's retarded as fuck. Because it's like, okay, people believe that their thought process and the way they do things should reign supreme in this space. It should be the definition of masculinity in this space. When there are different levels of masculinity. Masculinity is a very complex thing when it comes to black men. But it's only one path for me. Yeah, it's standing up my own too and acting like a man. I've had plenty of females tell me, hey dude, you're a man. You have the appearance and the feel of a man. And I was proud of that. And really, at the end of the day, I didn't need a female to tell me that. It was just confirmation and validation as far as I'm concerned. But there's different ideas of masculinity in this space. And it's strange and it's weird. It's weird. And, people think, and people do honestly believe that masculinity is defined by how popular you are in the space. Of how much validation you are able to receive. Some people think their definition of masculinity is just talking about guys, like really, really raining down upon guys and absolving females. Showing females that you can talk about men, that you can shit on men, that you can show a lack of unity among men. By basically telling men telling other men that we don't have the advantage, that we're losing and the other side is winning. Now, how you want to define the other side, that's up to you. You can say the other side is women, you can say the other side is feminism, you can say the other side is WS. But according to the messages that a lot of these guys send, all three of them have a leg up on black men in black male society. We're losing, according to them. If we're losing, why do we have everybody at our fucking throats? Why is that? Now, I really hate to hear when grown men say stuff like, we don't have a community. I hate that. I really hate it because it's like it's a social media fantasy. It's lazy speech. All you're saying is, I don't want to solve a fucking problem. That's all you're saying. I don't want this thing solved. I want the problems to continue. I want it to get worse until there is no community left. And what I will always and continue to tell black men is, you have to fix the mentality first before you go further in anything. Or you're going to be wondering why you're face down in the fucking pavement over something you didn't do. And I'm being dead ass serious. You ain't got to agree with what I say. You ain't got to agree with anything I say, as a matter of fact. In fact, you have the choice to either watch me with sincerity or to hate watch. I can't control that. But what I'm here to say right now is, a lot of our people in our community are just plain fucking lazy. But then again, that's okay too. You can be as lazy as you goddamn want. But to be in another person's way that wants things to get better, now there is where the problem lies. Right there. People getting mad with other people that want things to get better. Men in particular. Now, okay, about the events of, like, I guess late last week into early this week, a lot of people did a lot of broadcasts defending Tommy Sotomayor. A lot of people would say that Mr. Sotomayor, now I ain't even call him a Mr. Fuck that dude. Tommy is a pioneer. Tommy showed people that they can come up here on YouTube and speak their fucking minds. But there's another content creator by the name of O'Shea Duke Jackson. Now, me dropping names make absolutely no difference to me. A lot of people believe that dropping names is plugging the other guy and taking the emphasis off the content creator. I don't give a fuck about that. Officially. I don't care. So let me explain. O'Shea Duke Jackson made a video about Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor got mad and made a video himself. You know, clapping back at O'Shea Duke Jackson. But what Tommy Sotomayor did was drag the black manosphere into it. See, here's what I don't like right here. This is the main thing. People actually say I should leave this alone because the space is what the space is. But I gotta say this because I'm gonna explain something to you about my space on Facebook that suffered the same attacks. Because just because we were a group of black men that were speaking our minds on a regular fucking basis. But see, that's not always a good thing either. Tommy, in his video, called the black manosphere tummy bastards. A few years back, there was this content creator, and I believe a lot of you know her. Nyla Says, making a video mentioning me. She called herself kind of sticking up for me a little bit, and I don't need a woman to stick up for me. You know, some of y'all do, but I don't. But when she referenced the Facebook group that I created that grew to a pretty good number, it was 28,000 at the time. She called the group Tommy Sotomayor's bastard children. And I did not like that at all. But I took it on the chin because I'm like, look, women gonna say fickle ass shit about black men anyway. In fact, women for some reason are addicted to the misery of black men, black women in particular. So, although I did take offense to it, because see, the thing is, people been like, I was in a couple of Facebook groups before the creation of my Facebook group, and I was so disenchanted with black people and the way they reacted to black men who spoke their minds. You know, they were saying, hey, you know what? He want to be like Tommy. How the fuck did I want to be like Tommy? I wasn't in there calling black women black bitches. I was kind of saying, yeah, y'all acting real stupid and immature in here. I would say that. You know, I would rail against feminism. I will tell people intentionally, I didn't want my daughter to turn out like any of you motherfuckers. You're not good examples. And then you know you had Simp Nation. Oh, he want to be like Tommy. Every time there's a black man y'all don't like, they want to be like the black. Everybody else who speaks a certain way, they want to be like that black man. And at the time, it was Tommy. Today, it's Kevin Samuels. Y'all think y'all high value men like Kevin Samuels. So, with that being said, Tommy called the black manosphere Tommy bastards. And sounded like a complete fucking female. Like, I'm sorry, like using the same old female attacks that everyone else uses. Oh, you guys are gay. They need to call you the rainbow spirit. He said a lot of things about this. How did it turn from being mad at O'Shea Duke Jackson to segue into the black manosphere? Basically calling us a bunch of British cigarettes. A bunch of bundles of sticks. Look up bundle of sticks on Google as a unit of measure. Because that's what I think of Tommy Sotomayor right now. I was never really a Tommy fan. I just kind of watched Tommy. I was like, he's making good points, but he's asking for it. Shit. He's asking for it. But I never liked that whole sentiment that every black man that spoke their mind or spoke negatively about the behaviors that they saw in the community, Tommy Sotomayor's bastards. Fuck that nigga. Period. Quite frankly, unadulterated, at the end of the day, fuck that dude at the end of the day. And fuck anybody that co-signed with that shit this week because, hey, you know what? There was a lot of content creators that co-signed that shit. Motherfuckers use this space to build their channels. Yes. Used this space to build their channels. And then all of a sudden when they get to a point, I don't need the black manosphere anymore. I've grown past it. No, nigga, you grew below it. You took the low road. The road of popularity. You show people showing that they are more so followers than leaders. I don't like riding for a space and people shit on it. If I'm a part of something, I'm going to defend it. Period. If you're not doing anything to make it better, then goddamn, what are you doing here? Seriously, this is a platform for black men. Niggas talking about, oh, it was a black male empowerment space. It's not a black male empowerment space anymore. Y'all care about what females think. It turns into y'all until they get people on the panel. They have these beefs and they have these gripes about talking about women too much. Y'all talking about women way too much. And then invite people on the panel to continue to talk about women. Shit. You guys went from, like, and you may be a little correct about this, you went from empowering men to empowering women. Hoes are winning. Hey, you know what, though? It's my belief that that's an inner pain that no one can describe except them. The fact that they have to be hoes to win. Whatever, dude. I'm going to pull up these two polls. I'm going to pull up these two polls. Okay? Thank you for coming by. Ian Graves. Lotus Scalper. Whose side are you on, Kev? I'm on the fucking habitual line stepper side, dude. I'm tired of you asking me that. But thanks for watching. I'm on the habitual line stepper side and my side. Y'all sitting up there trying to make y'all sit up here there, y'all continue to try to make KS the figurehead of this space. And I keep telling you that's not the case. Whose side am I on? Now I'm here to ask you, I'm going to ask you, Lotus Scalper, whose side are you on? I told you this before. You didn't believe me? Hold on, let me not share the screen yet. Let me pull up the poll first. Good God. Y'all sitting up here trying to draw lines. For what? So you can feel good? Shoot, I don't need to assert your manhood for you. And if you're going to let people take that away, then maybe you don't deserve that manhood that you ever so try to sit up there and claim. Your manhood is not decided on a content creator. You decide that. And if you feel like Kevin Samuels is taking your manhood from you, then you weren't a man to begin with. Period. I ain't got time for that shit. Nigga want me to be against somebody that bad. The fuck out of here. 114 votes. Why do you believe the black manosphere has complaints? 31%. My favorite answer. Crying for these hoes. That was my favorite one, even though I felt like the correct answer was the one at the bottom. Lazy people who don't want to be the change. The correct answer is lazy people who don't want to be the change, but you niggas are crying for these hoes. You're not even standing up for level-headed black women. You're crying for these hoes. Stop talking about these hoes. No. No. The answer is no. Niggas don't know how to offer better solutions. You don't want to offer a solution. You say you got the solution. Niggas don't want to go after power. Stop being so fucking silly. Crying for these hoes, 31%. Lazy people who don't want to be the change, 24%. Bandwagon convos complaining about dudes' rhetoric, 19%. It's very bandwagon. You know why? Because people are afraid to be their own people. You hear a bunch of people complaining about the space. You want to join the bandwagon. Oh, too weak to take your own position. I know how to go into a lion's den and have my own position. But I go into that lion's den with a fucking shotgun. Please growl this direction. Please. I ain't got time for this shit. No. Kevin Samuels does not decide my manhood for me. Okay, let me say another couple of names. Angry Man does not decide my manhood for me. O'Shea Dude Jackson. Damn sure not Obsidian. You niggas hate these dudes. But yet, you try to make the space center around just those dudes when there are so many content creators at this point. The last answer, but probably one of the most potent reasons, scared of women. I'm sorry, I'm not scared of a woman. I'm not scared to tell a woman the truth. And I'm not going to jump other dudes for telling women the truth. I'm not. Now, should we be prioritizing, focused on what I heard another content creator I was watching earlier today that I don't want to admit I was watching? Should we focus more on the productivity piece? Yes, we should. But like I said, that's only going to be effective for people under 21 years of age who don't have it figured out. A lot of these people are 30 and up. And by that age, if you don't have anything figured out, it's not too late. But what can I tell you? Seriously. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is to get a job and get your fucking life together and find your niche. Niggas scared of women. Do you know how spineless that looks? I don't care about what these women say. The fuck out of here with that. Nigga, don't you know that's affecting you politically? That's affecting the way society looks at you, although you shouldn't care about how society looks at you. But if it's a big mystery to ask why you're being looked at the way you're being looked at, there it is. Shit. And yeah, look, although the previous generations had a lot to do with it, stop blaming the previous generations because that's y'all trying to swipe at BGS. BGS is not perfect. Shit. He's not. He said a couple of off things. He did. But that just shows you, or that just shows me, that we're not willing to forgive black men. Period. Black men fuck up one time, we act like white people. There's no way to forgive them. Tell you the honest truth. I love black women, but I ain't gonna cry for these hoes. You can forget it. But to sit up there and gaslight one side and then act like the other doesn't exist, you really think that people are stupid? Fuck all that. Talk about what you want to talk about, black man. Vent it. Get it all out. The reason why, and there's several reasons why black men are venting like this, is because we've never been given the floor to. Never. No one cared. No one cares. That's kind of what my broadcast is going to be about tomorrow night. Black men, you are not needed or valued. And because of that, you have a lot of black men venting. And what y'all want to do? Why don't you go get some therapy? Oh yeah, trust the same society today that fucked you up in the first place with your mental well-being. That is a smart fucking plan. Geniuses that we are dealing with. Geniuses. Look, I'm not going to hop on a bandwagon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This KS obsession y'all got, let that man make his money. But he doesn't have to be your leader. I mean, what the hell you trying to... Like, why do y'all need leaders so bad? Why do you need a leader? Lead yourselves. You have the capabilities to do it. I believe in you guys. I mean, even though we co-sign with some dumb shit, I believe in you guys. I believe that we can persevere as a people. I believe it. But too many of you don't want it, and too many of you rail against it. The fuck out of here. So those are the results of that poll. Thanks to everyone who was on my subscriber list that voted. All 114 of you. So let me say the results again. 31% said crying for these hoes. Now, I don't believe that a lot of those people that voted understood the context. They probably believed that these dudes crying about, where they failed at in high school. These dudes are crying about, being rejected or anything. No, that's not the central problem. The central problem is turning against your brethren for these hoes. Showing women that you can talk about men. I said that in Ramil's chat earlier. Shout out to Ramil. But a lot of that shit he's saying is misdirected. I know he's popular. I know he's red hot. He's probably one of the hottest dudes in the space. If not the hottest. Not hot in looks. Not because y'all love to say somebody gay. I'm talking about as far as his popularity. But I said this in the chat. And hey, yeah, you know what? Somebody said some smart ass shit to me. And then I just left it. I don't know you. But, what I said was, you guys just want to show women that y'all can talk about men. Tell the truth. All of this is for them. I'll repeat that. You guys just want to show women that you can talk about men. Tell the truth. All of this is for them. And people, in saying that, people believe that I was trying to protect the people that they didn't like. Like BGS, like I've been hearing 5 names. BGS, Edward Anderson, Game Changer, Obsidian, and Dennis Sperling. And in the Logic Spear chat, I was saying a lot of jokes about Dennis Sperling. A lot of that comes from the fact that he blocked me in his chat. I mean, but still, it's like, I disagree with some of the rhetoric that he's been spewing. But people misconstrue that as I'm protecting those guys by saying that. No, I was directly calling those people out that were in the chat. Niggas can't accept nothing, including criticism. You can't accept anything. You talk about, oh, we can't criticize the space. You guys weren't criticizing. You were insulting the space. And you're showing everybody that black men, maybe that friend that I had that I talked to, is right. That black men are destined to fail. And it's because of bullshit that keeps getting in our way. Because everybody believes that their idea is the best idea. And I've been seeing that shit all week. Just live and let live. But no, you can't. So now we're here. Here's the second poll. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, well, let me read this post real quick. I said, I love how some of you content creators built your channels off of the black manosphere and then turn your backs on it to cry and moan in echo chambers. There's really no debate. You guys are ingrates. Sad. Like, if you're making a broadcast like 4 or 5 times a week about how bad the space is, but most of your audience comes from the space, most of your subscribers came from people who are within the space that helped you out, then you're a fucking ingrate, period. You're ungrateful. I'm grateful. I do admit, and I'm finna admit it in front of everybody. Building my channel, I got quite a bit of help from Edward Anderson and BGS. Did any of these other guys put me in their community tabs that keep shitting on the space? No, they didn't. But I didn't expect that either. Do I agree with everything Edward says? Hell no. Do I agree with everything that BGS says? Hell no. But it's not a hell no like, oh man, this BGS and Edward. No, that goes for all of you. I don't agree with everything someone says, and I don't expect you to agree with what I say. Hell, some of you might actually think I'm a little cuckoo right now. But I'm speaking from the heart. I believe that black men can win and can succeed, but you gotta make it make sense. And right now you're not making it make sense. Because even, and I'm gonna call this man out, I'm not too particular about this guy, and this space isn't too particular about this guy. And he may be making this a plug to get inside my head, and I'm always thinking 2 steps ahead. So, but even Taz agreed with me on this. And he's been doing nothing but trying to tear the space down. So why would he even care? Seriously, he actually agreed with me on this. And that's sad. You got an enemy of the space agreeing with a guy who advocates for the space. Hashtag crying for these hoes. Now, let me show you the second poll. And yeah, I spoke out of sheer emotion on this. Because I saw a content creator actually agreeing with that stupid video Tommy put out. A content creator that used to talk shit about Tommy on Nyla Says panels 2 and 3 years ago. Agreeing with him on the state of the space. And it reads, I don't care if it's seen as clout chasing. Since the rest of you are D-riding, and D stands for dick, should I go at Tommy Sotomayor for calling the black manosphere Tommy bastards? And you know, I couldn't spell out bastard in actual English words, but you know what I meant. Our so-called leadership ain't gonna do it. 85 votes. 34%, yes, someone has to do it. 20%, if we said no, you wouldn't give a fuck anyway. And I don't. I just put no there as the sentiment. 46%, what leadership? What leadership is the most voted for option? Because it's the belief of many in the space that there is no leadership. No real anyway. I mean, shit. I didn't agree with the video O'Shea put out, clapping back at Tommy. But he was so pissed off with Ramil, he started going at the space. Everyone wants to go at the space. Struggle streamers started acting like a snotty rich person. Look, I'll open up as many StreamYards as I want. Kiss my ass. So, 34%. Now, as far as the comments I got, people are like, look, don't even waste your time, dude. It's not worth it. I don't care about the clout chasing piece of it. I don't care about that shit. For real. You can say I'm clout chasing all you want. But at the beginning of each day and at the end of each day, I am a man. And anything that I associate with, I will defend. Period. I'll defend it. I'm nobody's bastard. In fact, was Tommy's father there? I mean, I don't remember if he said his father was there, but I'm quite sure he said he wasn't. So, who's the bastard? Shit, my daddy was there. My daddy's sitting in my hometown right now, still alive. Not really enjoying his latter years. I mean, he beat cancer, but he just lost his wife, my mother, last year. But the point that I'm trying to make is, I ain't no motherfucking bastard. And anybody who cared anything about this space should not have taken that. Period. Fuck that dude. That's why, that's why whenever he's confronted by a man, he can't even look the motherfuckers in the eye. Especially when Tariq Nasheed tried to give him that Coon Award. That motherfucker couldn't even look Tariq Nasheed in his eye. But want to talk big on a video. Believe you me, guys. Anything I say on these damn YouTube streets, I can say it to your face. You may not believe it, but hey, I'm a shocking individual. And really, like, look, I'm getting to the point where I'm really getting too old to be really getting this angry about stuff like this. But I hate when people try to tear black men down in such an unjustifiable way. Because, like I said, the guys y'all hate, and these are the 5 names I kept hearing. Not Angry Man, no. Obsidian, Game Changer, Edward Anderson, BGS, and Dennis Sperling. Those are 5 dudes. Those are 5 individuals. To blanket the space based on 5 individuals is BS. But they're grown men. They're gonna say what they want to say. And I'm not. And it's like we're all on this big email list. Hey, let's talk about hoes all day. Let's try to say these hoes all day. We're all individuals. So, whatever I got planned for Tommy, or any of these little so-called fake-ass black male empowerment content creators, just stay tuned in the next few weeks. I'll just say that. Because, I'm in agreement with the last option, the one that's more voted on. What leadership? Niggas obsessed with Kevin Samuels. That man ain't our leader. That man has gone to another level. That man is gone. You might as well not even worry about that guy. Worry about your content. Worry about what difference you're making. Because obviously you're insecure about it. You have to keep bringing this man's name up. Well, they think that's the black male image. No, it's not. That's his image. He's y'all leader. There's being lines drawn. Yeah, and you're giving them the goddamn marker to draw the goddamn lines. I don't care. I'm just upset because this is what you decide to do with the space. Keeping up bullshit like women. I seen niggas on that panel this morning that sounded like absolute broads. Like they watched a Cynthia G broadcast and took notes on talking points. Doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean they're right at all. Wow. I'm a grown ass man. That's all I can say about this shit. I'm a grown ass man. You ain't gonna be talking to me like I'm some kind of bitch or something, like I'm supposed to just co-sign with the crew or anything. And see, but my clique is the habitual line steppers. And let me offer clarity on who those people are. And there is no leader in the habitual line steppers. We stand side by side. Those people, if you didn't watch the intro, Sister Georgia, the breakdown on woman's perspective, Darth Skater 7, if you don't know who that is, check out my community tab. He's our gaming and tech guy. YAS4W, Donnie. Some of you know Donnie. YAS4W stands for You Ain't Shit for Watching. And most of you know this guy already. The Roger Report. If we want to be clear. And also, we didn't go to the black manosphere. I didn't know anything about a black manosphere when I first came to YouTube. I didn't know anything. Hell, I knew of O'Shea Duke Jackson. I knew of Phil Scott. I knew of Cynthia G. And I knew of Nyla Says. And the reason that I knew of Nyla Says was because Nyla was a member of my Facebook group before she created the YouTube channel. She was very active in that Facebook group. Her and Taz when I could stand him. In fact, there were quite a few content creators that were in that Facebook group, unbeknownst to to me, until I started to look through the list. Y'all know a content creator named Blacklight Revelations? Yes, him. Even though there's not much participation from him, and he might have forgot he was even in the group. But I looked up his name, and it was like, wow, that's Blacklight Revelations. I mean, I didn't look up his name. I was just looking at who was in the group. I was looking at the list because I was doing a purge. I was like, let me get these fuckers out of here. But it's too late for that group. It really is. And let me tell you why. I created that group in April 2017. I wanted it to be a networking piece for black men. Plus, a place where black men could speak their minds. Our minds. It wasn't about hating on black women. It wasn't about bashing black women. But if you got over 20,000 people in a group, there are going to be some weirdos. Oh, and the shit kicked off ever since it was like I started out that group with 60 members from my Facebook friends list. And one thing that I found out really quickly is that just because they speak real on their Facebook page doesn't mean they're going to speak real in a Facebook group. Same thing with Facebook group people. Just because they speak real in a Facebook group doesn't mean they're going to speak real on their Facebook pages. And I wanted it to be a productive thought group. Let's talk about these things that are hurting us so we can come up with some solutions. But, shit. Trolls got in the group. And the sisterhood. There were a couple of guys that kept making they would make 5, 6 posts a day. Basically making fun of black women. One was making very hateful posts about black women. And people would ask me, why would I allow that to go on? And then I will tag them to certain posts. Because no matter how many posts those 3 or 4 weirdos make, there were at least 50 or 60 posts that were made that were against black men. And I couldn't stop it. No matter how hard I tried, no matter how I tried to say, hey, stop making these weird ass posts, no matter how much I told the sisterhood, look, you can't sit up there and play victim if you're antagonizing people. They kept going, and they kept going, and they kept going. Till I couldn't, till the original purpose of the group was lost. And now I can't do anything with that group now. I mean, it's still sitting at 25,000. And for those of you who are members on a Facebook group named Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and you're saying that, hey, that group ain't no 25,000, Kevin is lying. There are a lot of knockoffs. And at first I concluded as, black people, we're just chaotic and all this other stuff. But I also concluded it as black men didn't want it bad enough. Because here's the one thing I noticed. Number one, a lot of black men in the group thought of themselves as individuals. So they kept making a dumbass post. They kept wanting their thought to reign supreme. The only one that would really defend the group was me. And a couple of others. But one thing that I did notice was every time a sister made a bullshit shit post, and that's what they call it in groups like that. They call it shit posting. They call it troll posting. Every time they made a post, the men in the group would pay more attention to those posts. I mean, hundreds of comments. Literally. They would pay more attention to those posts than positive black men actually trying to make sense. Until I realized the inevitable truth that a lot of men are just female controlled. And that was the reality I didn't want to face, because I believe from the beginning that men wanted to be men. But they wanted females to validate them. So every time a female shit posted, it was paid more attention to than a man making an intellectual post. So I began to resent the group members, and I started becoming a fucking asshole. It was like, this was not my intention for this shit. But I had to face the reality that black men did not want it bad enough. And this is the same thing that we're facing in this space right now. Black men don't want it bad enough. If you really wanted a space worth of shit, you would help contribute to that. Most of you won't. Most of you don't. Most of you just want chaos. Most of you want disarray. Most of you want pain. You want to wallow in the pain that is your life. And believe me, it was painful to me too that I had to face that reality. The reality that maybe black men are destined to fail. And at this point, if you're an adult, blame yourselves. Don't blame the boomer generation, the silent generation, Generation X, millennials. Don't blame anybody at this point. You are all self responsible for this. All of you are. All of us. I mean, although you may as an individual make sense, as a team, as a group, we just don't. And that is my one regret. Wow. I didn't realize when I made that group that we were in this much trouble, in this much shit. Whew. But again, I'll say fuck anybody that agreed with that Tommy video. Seriously. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the fact that O'Shea even jumped on the space himself. Hell. But you know what? When you have people like Ramil saying what they say, and you got so many people who were agreeing with him, then maybe that is a cause for anger. I don't know. Just doesn't make any sense to me that people want to tear a space down that was specifically made for people like them. Okay, let me see how many likes I got. And then I'll go through these comments. You know. All right, I got 29 likes at 100%. All right, cool. 32 live viewers. So that means that somebody didn't press the like button. So if you're down there, likes are for free. I mean, I got a super chat and a Cash App active, but hey, you know what? The freest thing you can do is like the video. We're discussing who's the HNIC. I think I pretty much answered that question for you. There's really no HNIC in the black manosphere. And dudes need to stop trying to crown an HNIC just because they want to pick the one guy they don't like and make it representative of the space. Stop relying on the knee-jerk reaction. It's a stupid fucking look. Now, for those of you who think I curse too much, put a 1 in the chat. Yeah. So, alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna do a panel Ian Graves. Yeah. 34 watching. Good. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. For real, man. You guys are the GOAT. I'm not the GOAT. You guys are the GOAT. So, I already mentioned Winston Tokahisa, Deacon Dave, Toya the Tutor, Anthony Drosos, RPM. Check out RPM's channel. Really good content creator. I'm listening. War Stories. The Manosphere never had a mission statement created by the 3 founders. As a result, you have a bunch of chaos, dysfunction, and disruption. The 3 founders should have set up some type of structure. Now, according to my understanding, the 3 founders are as follows. O'Shea Duke Jackson, Obsidian, and Angry Man. 3 guys that clearly don't get along. And you know what, Toya, if you're still in the chat, tell Roguish Son that he was absolutely correct. That this place needs a council to keep behaviors in check. But people keep getting their HNIC on. Let's see. Anthony Drosos. Now that you pointed it out, I can't unsee it. I wonder what he was talking about. Phil Brad. Or Phil Rad. What's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for tuning in once again. Yeah, Phil Brad is like every broadcast. He's here every broadcast, and I think that should be acknowledged. So thank you for tuning in, being one of my dedicateds. You see, exactly why the woke crowd gets a side eye from me. Toya the Tutor. Oh, she actually did it. She Googled it. Highlander syndrome is mainly characterized as growth retardation, which leaves a person with the appearance of a child when they are really over 20 years old, for example. Let me give you 2 of the most famous celebrity examples of that. Gary Coleman and Emmanuel Lewis. Like Emmanuel Lewis, it still looks very much like a little person. Gary Coleman, he played on Different Strokes, and like Gary Coleman is somebody that I feel sympathy for because he hated it, and it was nothing he could do about it. Yeah, APTV, that's Absalom Pianki TV. Please go subscribe to that brother. As he said earlier in another broadcast, he is on his third channel. So help that brother grow. Help that brother grow. So who else? The Bunker TV. What's going on? Longo Savage. Long live. Street Fighter 88. What's going on? Let me drop this link, Let me go ahead and drop this link for anyone who wants to come up and have this panel and tell me what's on your mind. I've been speaking for like an hour, because, shit. I didn't. Oh, fuck. I fucked up the link. Shoot. Hold on. I got to dip out and come right back in. Just 1 second so I can get this link for y'all. Just one moment. Please be patient. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Do do, here I am. Do 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 do. All right, let me go ahead and drop this link. All right, there you are, guys. Anyone who wants to come up. Let me go through these Rael, Rael, you've been on one lately, man. If you still in the chat. Shout out to Rael. You good brother. All right. Elongo Savage says, we're still having 4-hour live streams to complain about dudes who talk about women too much. Mm-hmm. Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. What's going on? Hey, let me tell you something. You made a comment in a content creators chat that they put on their Instagram. I ain't gonna say the name out loud, but Red Sings the Blues. Whatever you said to him, he put it up there on his Instagram. So I suggest you check it out. Said Lotus Scalper, this isn't a cult. Be your own man. Okay, Lotus Scalper. Hey, Chaos Reign. A lot of people saying facts in this chat. I must have been spitting facts. All right, Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. He says, this society always want to align with a group like the feminists do. D-Rock Den, thanks for the super sticker. Ray Alexander, what's going on? Shoot, Ian Graves in a minute. Judge Dre. Ray Alexander also Googled Toya the Tutor. Some people on YouTube use the term Highlander syndrome when they actually mean Peter Pan syndrome, a condition in which adults continue to hold on to childhood tendencies. So one of them is psychological, one of them is actually physical. Toya has the definition that I was looking for. Ray Alexander, that's correct too. But, that's more psychological. What's going on, Ian?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's no good?
Shoot, nothing too much, man.
Who set you off for this one?
I don't know, everybody. Everybody, Beretta 42. You sound stupid for saying that. Let a man seek professional help. Did I say not to seek professional help? Did I say that? I'm just saying, why do you trust the greater society that always fucked you over? I did not say seek professional help. The fuck out of here with that. But thanks for tuning in. What's going on?
Man, you know what though, man? I was on Sister George show. I'm gonna get right to it because I had said this, and Hybrid Catastrophic had said that Sister George wasn't caping for Tommy, and I know for sure she was, because Tommy shouldn't even be allowed in the Black Manosphere anywhere to clean up his messes, right? Because he claims he's such a man and more man than everybody in the Black Manosphere. Why don't people in the Black Manosphere just let that nigga handle his own fucking business? Is how I see it. You know, I didn't get why they needed him, why they wanted him to make rounds in the Black Manosphere when everything's going wrong. You know what I'm saying? When things are going right, he's not trying to help the Black Manosphere. Why are you trying to help this guy? You know what I'm saying? Why put him on Tough Talk TV to give him his side of the story? He doesn't need a side. We all saw what happened. Anyone can come up with their own conclusion about what happened on Fresh and Fit, right? There's no reason to bring that sorry piece of crap on the show. For what? Because you need to boost your ratings to get controversial people on your show. I don't see the necessity in that, and I don't see how that moves the manosphere forward. And when I went on there, Sister George cut me off when I was trying to go at his neck. You know, she allowed this dude to say I was lying and this and that and the third. Like, yo, man, stop it. This fool, he gonna take he gonna this ratchet chick he don't know, a couple of ratchet chicks, he gonna fly in and fix, as he said, fix them dinner and breakfast, right? What kind of man does that, right? And then the chick flies off at the handle because he didn't know how to handle these ratchet hoes. That's on him. That is not a manosphere issue. You know what I'm saying? When you pay for hoes and you trying to cape for hoes and you fixing them lunch and dinner, that's your business. That's your own personal fuck up. That's
Man,
not
look,
manosphere
look, look.
business.
Yeah, yeah, and I get that, man. I'm just a believer that people can do whatever they want to with their money. I mean, it's an improper message that you should spread paying for sex or anything like that. But you're right. That is absolutely your business if you want to do that shit. Why all the peacocking? If you were to view that as peacocking, but a lot of these dudes, man, just want to stick out their chest and prove that they're more man than they feel about themselves. Like, shit. Tommy is what? Like, what do you think Tommy's issue is? He's just always been in the shit. Like, what? He's
I think
still.
I think I think Tommy is low key on the down low. I think something is off with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's right. I don't think he's altogether right in the head. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And even I'll even go further. Well, not further. I'll go in another direction. I, I don't. I think to some degree he comes from the Caribbean. I think he has some Caribbean background or something, to where he has a total disdain. A lot of times, black immigrants, to some degree, based on their background, because I was married to a Jamaican woman, so I know this personally. You know what I'm saying? You know I got facts to back this up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you come from Caribbean background, you have a disdain for African Americans. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so to some degree, a lot of his content comes from an ability to kind of disassociate himself mentally from the black community by seeing himself as a other.
yeah.
So I don't think he comes to a lot of his content about black women genuinely. I think it's more of a cultural superiority he feels to some degree. Not to mention that most of his followers are white people anyway. And he's caping for white people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he just recently just went at the neck of at Juwan Howard for whatever reason. Like, yo, bro, you just picking out black people to make them look bad, but you're not really making the point. And I can't even really call him a conservative, because he's not even looking at conservative issues. He's just talking shit about black people.
Yeah,
You-
yeah, and then like TVA tried to tell him that, but TVA, Ken Murphy, like a lot of people feel a certain way about him, and even in that debate, from what I heard, he paid 1K for. Everybody was just deriding Tommy.
Mhm. Mhm.
So let me read this super chat. Thank you, Jamil Sword, 9.99. Glad to be one of your consistent listeners, bro. Keep being a solid 10 toes down, brother. Thank you for the super chat. For real, for real. And we got Judge Dre in the house. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, what's up? What you got to say? And Indigenous TV, oh boy.
I sit here and laugh at the people in the space that say that about the space. But yeah, no, definitely. Like me, I'm not a manosphere content creator on that fact of that. But for me to talk bad about the space, no, I'm not. I mean, it's just we cry babies. It's just everybody's looking for a target right now, and the people. And I'm gonna tell you, they're just trying to get you away from the shit that's working. The shit that's working is keeping your foot on the women's neck. Because until the laws change, you ain't done shit. So the laws of the land change, that dictates people's action. Once that's done, then just making people feel it, or people that maybe have some feeling or empathy for you, does nothing. You need to change the laws of the land.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. Yeah, we're not gonna change anything on feelings because I mean, like, how well has that worked out in the past?
Well, I tell people all the time, this is the problem. Like, they tell you not to go out and do nothing stupid, or as they would say, do any violent or destroy anything. But they really don't know. Those are the two things that work the best. I mean, when you do those two things, they get results. Because people want to stop that. And because people in the beginning say, oh, you stupid for doing that. But then future people say, well, wait a minute. Why did these people do that? Oh, they did that because of this, and this, cause and effect. So wait a minute. We need to stop the cause because we don't like that fucking effect.
Yeah. Yeah. Repeat. Let me repeat what Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power said. It's crazy how men are questioning the sexual orientation of other men in order to shame them. That's what bitter females do, and that is exactly my
But hold
point.
up, that was a shot at me. That was a shot at me. Okay, I'll take that. But here's the thing that he's missing. Kevin Samuels is not on some kind of mission to just destroy everything that he touches and everything he surrounds.
But Ian, let
You
me
know what
let
I'm
me
saying?
let
So
me let, let
now
me.
can I no can I
Yeah, yeah.
finish?
Go ahead.
So when I say that, I'm talking about the guy literally has some kind of mental disorder, right? And so whether it's down low, so it's not even about his sexual orientation. That's not the point. The point is I'm trying to pinpoint what is his mental disorder that causes him to live and behave the way that he does, so recklessly, and again in such a schizophrenic manner. Because on one hand he's talking shit about all of these black holes, but in the next hand he's flying them out to make them breakfast at his house, at his own personal fucking house. A ratchet hole he don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And then the idiot thinks that somehow, because he fished a ratchet hole breakfast in bed, she's supposed to have some allegiance to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro, you claim to be so wise, but you trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, and then when it backfires, you getting on this rhetoric about black women. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm
who,
saying? If
who are
I
we
go out
talking
and get a
about? Which
hoe
content creator?
and explode my life because I fuck with a hoe, I'm not gonna come to the black manosphere and complain about it.
Which content creator are we talking about that's doing that? Because there's a couple of them guilty of doing
Uh,
it.
my belief that
Tommy
Oh,
Sotomayor.
yeah. He's talking about Tommy.
oh,
But what I was about to say before that was I do believe that well, Indigenous TV was talking about Tommy himself, calling the Black Manosphere a space full of his bastards and
uh-huh.
calling us homosexuals.
But
And
wait. Wasn't this the same nigger that was on Fresh and Fit a couple of weeks ago talking about how the manosphere needs to come together with him?
That's what I'm saying. He's
I
schizophrenic,
mean,
man.
just give an example. This is the same nigger who had a person that's on the panel right now who used to be one of his people in good with him. And even I told him back then, it would be nice to form more allies. No offense, it probably wouldn't be no manosphere if you would have formed 10 years ago when I told you to form more allies. Most of those people would have been with you and cool with you. But you fucked that up. And now that you realize that nobody wants to give you the time of day anymore, that's the reason why you went to fraud and fake. Because you realize nobody don't like them. Niggas don't like you, so you figure enemy of my enemy. We not stupid. Right. So which one is it? 2 weeks ago, you were saying, no, we could all come together. Remember, they was all biting on you a couple years ago because I remember I was in your camp, one of your right-hand men. So I heard all the shit you said about these people over here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why give this dude the time of day? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got people in the chat trying to compare him to Kevin Samuels, and they're not comparable.
Well, one of the reasons why he got mad at me.
The thing is, what
Tommy got a screw loose. Period. Something is wrong with him mentally.
No, but the reason why he got mad at me in the beginning is because I was friends with content creators he didn't like. And I told him, just because you're mad at the dude, I'm not. I don't do that. I mean, like Angry Man and this person going at it. If I'm cool with one of you, hey, man, that's y'all beef. Y'all handle that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not,
Man, look, be friends with whoever y'all want to be friends with, man. Like, shit, I don't expect no blind loyalty. Like, who like my thought process is who the fuck am I at the end of the day to make somebody try to be loyal to somebody else? But at the same time,
that's some bitch shit. That's Tammy. That's what a bitch does, and that's Tammy. You know what I'm saying? If any other dude was doing that, I would say that they're on the down low too, because I'm not looking at his mannerisms. I'm looking at how the motherfucker behaves and how he's trying to destroy other black men.
Well, he could have had everybody up under his wing, and everybody would have been known. He would have been known maybe as one of the top people, and everybody else would have been like lieutenants and all that shit. He would have been making much more money. He probably would have had way more people. Like, he would have been all over TV. Say if he had about 10 or 15 good content creators up under him. And like I told him, I said it wouldn't have been no manosphere like how we know it today. It would have been a bigger solo nation. But this is the problem is you was just so you got to be the top spot in all of this shit. Where you don't share. And people like that. You don't share. People ain't gonna get along. Like it would have been a bigger group of men who could come together to do something. If you ever notice, when anything goes down and they want to get a group of content creators, they don't never mention you when it's time to do anything with multiple people because you don't play well with a group.
I just don't like when people people try to make other folks that they don't like the figurehead of the goddamn space.
Right.
Like,
it's not
we know there's a top three. We do know. Right. O'Shea, Angry Man, and Obsidian. And whatever path you decide to walk that fucking path. Right. But when the motherfuckers say something crazy, I just don't like the fact that the space is blanketed because of it. Because you know what? I can sit up there and say, I'm a part of the Black Manosphere. Oh, man, y'all were talking about getting pegged over there. And I'm like, what? No, nigga, you better make that other motherfucker individually accountable for that. I don't believe in that shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like, that's the only thing that I be on. You know? Like you get the fuck out of here with that. It's like, oh, you're caping for your boy Obsidian. I mean, let them niggas stand on their own. I mean, if they like getting pegged, that's them. That shit don't represent me. Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Damn.
Yes, it does, Kevin. I heard they said you was like, no.
Man, shit. Well, fuck them. Fuck them motherfuckers. Shit. The Invisible Man. Oh, we got the Invisible Man here. Been listening to the Black Manosphere for years, but I don't listen to the top 3. Okay. Hey, look, guys. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about the space. Like Indigenous TV was like, fuck this space, and its new agenda and what it has become. I mean, like, look, if Obsidian okay, let me give you an example. If Obsidian comes over here and say, hey, Kev, you have to co-sign with this, or you're no longer a part of the space, I'd be like, fuck you, go back to your own channel. You come kick me out. Like this, I don't like. And that's go with any content creator. If you feel like I don't belong here, why don't you come be a man and try to come kick me out? Period. Like shit. There, like, look, guys. It's not up to me. It's not up to Obsidian. It really is up to the audience that people, it's really up to them. If they don't frequent you or your content, then you're probably not going to be part of the space, or not a big part of the space. But see, even like I said, even if Obsidian came up off of his little Mount Olympus or whatever, maybe when his ass stops being sore, like, and he comes and tells me, hey, Kev, you can't be a part of the space, I'm gonna be like, you're fucking crazy. Like, I don't care, shit, because like I said before, I didn't come to the Black Manosphere. The Black Manosphere came to us. Judge, you can vouch for that, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like plain and simple. No offense. I was like I told them all the time. When they talk, I sit there and laugh when they talk about the people were starting panels. Well, no offense. If you really want to go back to that, I was the one doing the 10-hour panels before all of these people. Now, if we really want to go and say that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
If I wanted to be one of them, I was the one who did it first.
Shout out to the Logic Sphere. Shout out to the Logic Sphere who was in the chat. They're one of the ones that say who's kicking up dust around here.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, look, Logic Sphere is a Logic Sphere. I mean,
if we want to do that, who did it first? You know what I mean? Who did it
Kareem
first?
not Karen. Yeah.
Right.
What's going on? Kareem not Karen. What's going on? T. Gill, what's going on?
But I just find it funny. I mean, this stuff is funny. Hey, man, do your thing. I don't care about, like my thing is this. I don't care who said it. Like, here's some lines I said. Like I said, hey, hashtag there's a government program for that. Now, somebody took that hashtag and ran with it and made it popular and say they made $1 million or $2 million off of it. I ain't going to be like, well, I said that shit first, and y'all heard me say it first, and y'all know I said it a lot of times. But I'm like this. I didn't put the work into it to make it $1 million. That person did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, of course, they should be credited with it. And I don't want that. Oh, well, I got it from Judge Dre. No, nigga. You don't want to put the... I might have had the idea, but your ass put the work into it. And the work gets paid, not the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
I try to tell people all the time. You don't get paid. You get paid off the work, not the idea. I remember I even told, hey, man, take that. Somebody take that and run with it.
10-hour stream. Like, I don't know if I can do a 10-hour stream.
I did a 24-hour. Like back then we did.
Good
God.
God.
It was Google Hangouts.
The fuck?
24 hours.
What? I don't.
Yes, 24-hour.
The longest stream I've ever done was like 7 hours, I think.
Yeah. Like this was back, just give an example. I remember because at that time, Tommy had a GoFundMe up. And so I used to tell people to donate to the GoFundMe and just say, yeah, for the you dig. And so people had donated to the GoFundMe saying for the 24-hour dig. Because that was what you could see comments in the GoFundMe saying for the 24-hour you dig.
And then the TV.
Because I mean, we would literally, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of the first ones to fall asleep on stream. I remember.
Man, I remember that night Donnie fell asleep on his stream, man.
No, I'm talking about, but we get camera on and
but
everything.
hey, Kev, you see what Indigenous put up? That's that download shit right there. Because we not even on none of that. So again, I guess the guy, he assumes, whatever he assumes, but he's going in these directions where he's talking about Kevin Samuels. He's talking about light skin, dark skin, bro. We talking about one dude, and that's that's Tommy Sotomayor. We ain't got to deflect to light skin, dark skin. We ain't got to go to Kevin Samuels and all that. Just look, just tell us if you caping for this nigga. If that's your man's, you just say so. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
Mm.
got to make no drama about the shit. And that's what I'm saying. What makes you a down low? That's what makes you a fuck nigga. It's like when you like to say shit to kick up drama, right? If you got something to say, if that's your man's, you just say that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make no drama. This ain't about whether or not people are gay or not. That's not the point. The point is that you have a nigga that's going around here talking about he's more man than everybody else. And I'm saying, when somebody does that, obviously they're compensating for some shit. That's obvious.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been watching some crispy videos this week. Man, God.
It was so, but like I said, when the shit went down, even though you all know, I call it fair was fair. When the girls hit him, I said I ain't gonna lie, I gotta agree with that. He was every right to do whatever he said, whatever. I said, "Cause girlfriend didn't have no right to touch him." I mean, I call the truth the truth. I stand more on the truth more than on who I like. That's the most important thing.
Well, a lot of people don't do that. You
I
know.
stand on the truth, and like I told people, I said, "Hey, man, y'all may not like him, and I'm really not too fond of him, cause like this, but he had every right to." I mean, in my book, I believe he should have done a lot more. you know,
Mm.
now I'll say that's the only thing I can say on YouTube, but I believe that.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. And to the guys in the chat, like I said, when I seen that Fresh and Fit fiasco, listen, because I'm a man, right? You know what I'm saying? And I've had my share of scuffles, you know what I'm saying, in my life. I ain't never seen no man behave in the way that man has behaved. I'm talking about no real man, right?
Well, this is the problem. That man right there is not technically a man in those states, because, like I say all the time, I said, you see how quick he'll jump up to talk with it like that to a female,
Yeah,
but when the dude who punched you at the party, you didn't have nothing in the car for him.
exactly.
The girl on the side of the road, you didn't have enough in the car for them. Like, plain and simple. I'll stand up to anybody. I'm like, I don't mind you going ahead and giving it to the women when they step out of the line, but also give it to the niggas too.
Right,
And I'm like, anybody wrong can get it. Don't matter who it is.
right, right.
That's the thing. I told him, I said, see, like, that's why I used to laugh, especially when I would watch these content creators talk all this shit that they were street life and all this shit. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Let me see. Y'all talk all this shit, but last time I checked, I'm the only content creator in their area that had the felony for knocking out niggas. I'm the only content with the juvenile record for fighting men. All of yours are against women.
Wow.
I remember I used to tell them that. I said, so, but yet y'all want to try me like I'm the weak one, but all of my fights have been with men. But
I
I'm
mean,
the weak
and
one.
look, let me
I
let
got
me
the
let me
felony.
And that's what I'm
It's
saying.
still
Tommy Sotomayor, he
let
swears
me
it
offer some
down.
clarity. Let me
He
offer some
out.
clarity real quick. Let me offer some clarity real quick. It still, at the end of the day, wasn't right for that girl to hit him in the face. And I do agree with people when they say put them people in her life. I believe more examples should be made of that. You shouldn't put your hands on anyone. But I will stick by this consistently. When Tariq Nasheed came in there with that little statue trying to humiliate him, I would have did more than hold two title belts and not look the man
Right.
in the eye. Like
Well,
you,
we
you ain't
already
finna sit
knew.
there. Yeah, you ain't finna sit there and call me no motherfucking coon. Like, especially me being from
Uh,
Alabama. I
but
don't
no,
like
no.
that
But
shit at
see,
all.
but see, but see, hold on,
But
Kev.
no, if you
Hold,
notice, he didn't even cuss at Tyreek Nasheed. Now, like if you watch that video, he was all like this. It's like he was doing that like saves me kind of bullshit, not trying to fight. You didn't have that same energy for what that broad on the side of the road, or the broad or the broad you showed the other day, or the dude at the party. Because people say, "Oh no, he did go back at the dude at the party." No, he didn't. He waited till there was a group of people around. I mean, last time I checked, if I punched Kevin in the face, it wouldn't take him 10 or 15 seconds to think about punching me back. He ain't gonna say he hit me and all this other shit first. I'm gonna be hit back before he said that.
Facts.
On top of that, if everybody remembers the video he deleted after that, Angry Man will probably remember because Angry Man and Minister Jap was in the chat room at that time. He was walking down the street crying after he got punched in the face.
Who was?
Tommy was.
Hey, and shout out,
Hell
shout out,
no.
and shout out, and
Hell
shout out
no.
to Minister Jap. Minister Jap got shot. This is per a video by Super Sly 75, a guy I'm not really too particular about. I must confess. But yeah, I watched this video saying that Minister Jap and his girl was shot. Like no one deserves that. No
What
matter.
happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I just heard he got shot. I don't know exactly the details of it. Maybe he was just caught in the wrong part of town. Maybe somebody
man.
recognized him as Minister Jap, the guy
Damn.
who says German shepherds. But he's not in. I heard it was like in the arm. He's not in critical condition or anything like
okay.
that. I hear
When
him
did it
and his
happen
wife are
today?
okay. I mean, his girl are okay. I don't know. It must have happened like within the last couple days, but I mean, it's like like I said, no matter what your rhetoric is on these platforms, no one deserves that. I don't even know if they knew him as Minister Jap, the YouTuber, or anything like that. It might have been just some random shit because I hear he is in Chicago.
Yeah, he do. But I mean, he talks shit to a lot of people too, though. He one of them ones. He talks shit and back it up. I mean, he's one of those ones. If you was there, he'd fight your ass. So I mean, he's one of them dudes that would. So maybe it's just old beef.
Yeah, maybe it is, but still, like just wishing him a recovery. I mean, getting shot. I've never experienced something like that. Knock on wood. But if you don't die here, it really hurts. So sorry to hear that to any content creator, let alone the content creators within the space. But Super Sly did make a good point that when this YouTube celebrity thing, you almost we're not like regular celebrities. We don't have protection, we don't have bodyguards. When we do this on our own, and it's something that we should take seriously. And a lot of the time, people don't understand. This is why a lot of people don't cam up. Is most of all for professional reasons and for self-preservation reasons, because when I was on Facebook and I was vicious on Facebook, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to get at me for the things that I said. I just got to the point where I got tired of stupid people and I said things that cut deep. And one like a female was like, Kev, stop acting all sassy and stuff, attack my sexuality. So what I said to her was, I can tell your uncle used to touch you. I went there immediately, and I understand shit like that is uncalled for, because that's some shit.
You think this has something to do with Minister Jap?
No. I'm talking about something very separate. No, well, maybe it's because of his rhetoric. I mean, when you call around calling, black women German shepherds, they're going to be somebody that's going to take that kind of a certain way.
Yeah, especially if he called somebody like in Chicago, woman a German Shepherd.
So listen, Kev. Well, let me ask you this, right? If we as grown men, because we all grown men here, right?
I think so.
All right. So we're given the rationale. Okay, if you saying shit, there might be some recourse, right? So here's the thing. You got all these niggas caping for Tommy, right? But here's the thing. The man code says that if you gonna talk shit, you need to back it up.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So fuck all that feminine. This is black men about black women shit. If you gonna talk shit, in somebody's face, sitting next to them, you're gonna raise your voice, right? You're gonna call them names, right? You're gonna cuss at them. Listen, fuck all that gender shit that we talk about in the manosphere. Back that shit up, nigga. Back that shit up. Don't come in the black manosphere talking about support me, nigga. No. Nigga, you talk your shit, right? Anywhere in the world, if you up close in somebody's face and you talking shit, there's going to be repercussions. I'm trying to figure out how as grown men we trying to change the fucking narrative because nigga, we ain't living in no motherfucking show, right? If you in anybody's face, any human being, male or female, talking that mad kind of shit he does, and he did obviously, there's gonna be some fucking repercussions. Fuck all that all this gender shit. Let's just be real about real life, right? Cause we talking about Minister Jappers real life. That nigga need to live real life too. Fuck all that.
I agree with that. Like you've heard some of the, I mean, controversial stuff I say, you know. But as everybody knows, I don't actually mind scrapping.
Shout out the Information Man show. I will say this about Information Man. He is somebody that hits the pavement. So shout out to this guy doing positive things. But Indigenous TV, come on.
I mean, it's just I like you've heard that. Yes, I probably gonna be one of them people that's 70 years old, still out in the nursing home, still fighting. You know. But I mean, I know that possibly some things that I said that upset somebody, and I could possibly, especially as many panels as I've been on, I could possibly, face some consequences in real life. But no offense, I don't care. I'll take that risk.
Yeah, I mean, if you say some things, and I've advised this to the habitual line steppers as well. If you come up on these platforms saying some things, and they are pretty much well aware of that, if you say things that people don't like, there might actually be some consequences, whether it be to your reputation or to your physical well-being.
Right.
Because
I mean, and like I said, in Tommy's case, that nigga was directly disrespectful to the chick. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even like it was the debate. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. Let's be real again, right? If I got a chick, right? If I'm cussing her out in her face, calling her bitch, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I need to go to the manosphere. If she hit me or do some shit, oh, she ain't submissive. Like, yo, any human being, if you push them to the edge, motherfucker, you push them to the edge. Fuck all that, all that. What is it? I can't even say, but basically, you trying to sugarcoat the shit, right? If you're gonna be in somebody's face, you're gonna call them bitch, you're gonna call them stupid, you're gonna get a fucking reaction.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. From what I saw on that video, she was clearly the aggressor.
Yeah, she was clearly the aggressor. But look, the nigga wasn't. No, wait a minute, though. She was clearly the aggressor, but nigga wasn't at it. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's why he kept calling her a bitch. He called her like a bitch like 10 times.
But see, that's what I'm saying. The aggressor came from his fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real the aggressor.
So I'm up here like, I mean, this is the problem is a person can call you a bitch, and you can't. I mean, you can't really put your hands on them unless
not if they in your face, bro. Not if they in your face.
Yeah, I mean,
no, not if you face to face with a motherfucker. Come on, man.
I know when I call you a bitch. I mean, me as a man, I know when I call you a bitch that 9 times out of 10 we're gonna end up fighting. I just know that.
Exactly.
I mean, I know that. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. How everybody else in the manosphere don't understand that just because it's a female. If you next to somebody and you talking like that, you gonna get fucking smacked. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I'm not trying to play fucking black manosphere in real life. In real life, if you talking shit to somebody in their face, that's what you get. All these other niggas in the chat and whatever they talk, listen, in real life, yo, bro, this is not what we doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk shit in somebody's face and then come to the black manosphere. Oh, the chick knocked me out. Stop it. I can't. I can't co-sign that. You know what I mean? And then you look at the nigga when somebody came and broke it up. Then all of a sudden the nigga goddamn want to act like he want to go ham and shit. Like you didn't see that was some real bitch shit.
And like I said, look, and I will stay steadfast on this position. No one should be putting their hands on anyone. Period. Like point blank, end of discussion. If you can't handle that shit sensibly with words, then just squash the shit. But everybody ain't like that. I don't want no female putting her hands on me, and then the society looking at me like I'm shit if I aggress and I hit her back. Fuck all that shit. Number two, you can clearly see by the image on the screen that she has the mic in her fucking hand. Now,
No, but here's the thing. I'm trying to figure out how, again, right? Again, and so I'm gonna even take myself, right? If I'm sitting down, right, I already got this one nigga on the side talking shit, and then this other motherfucker comes up behind me and shit. I'm gonna think it's about to be this 2-on-1 situation, cause I'm trying to figure out why this other motherfucker is at my back and shit. You know what I'm saying?
isn't that
So you know what I'm
security?
saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't from the street, but nigga, I know what's up. Why is this motherfucker talking cash shit and this other motherfucker whispering in my motherfucking ear? You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting up. It ain't just because of Tommy. Why I got this other motherfucker right here? You feel what I'm saying? Let that nigga Tommy, let him lay in his fucking bed. Why he got to have the security over there? Nah, nigga, if you want to talk shit, nigga, talk your shit and deal with the repercussions. That's some old bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, she was right to get up. If another motherfucker, if this nigga over here talking shit, and you got this other dude coming in to fucking co-sign this nigga, come on, man, stop all that. No, I'm gonna get up too. I'm gonna be like, yo, what both of you niggas want? You know what I'm saying? The fuck is going on here? Let this nigga talk shit, and then let's see where the chips fucking lie. Nah,
Yeah. Uh,
cause like I said, she didn't get up until that motherfucker came over and started acting like he wanted to escort her out and shit, and she got upset with that shit. Period. So it wasn't just about Tommy. It was about that other motherfucker that came in trying to co-sign Tommy and shit, and she was like, "Nah, motherfucker, you ain't finna goddamn do me like this. I would have might have done the same
look,
shit."
look, look,
It,
look,
it
look,
ain't no
look,
man. What
look.
I'm saying is he tried to make it a male female shit and come in the black manosphere and do that shit. And I'm like, nah, nigga, don't come to the black manosphere with that shit. You go on. First of all, you on Fresh and Fit. They already suspect like a motherfucker. Whatever y'all do over there, leave it over there.
I don't know if we were all watching the same thing because how I interpreted it was the guy that's in between is security that really saw a situation unfolding.
But he didn't see nothing. She was still sitting in her seat. Tommy was the one that was talking shit. She wasn't talking. She wasn't cussing Tommy out. Why the fuck why the fuck is this nigga grabbing her, and Tommy is the one that's cussing her and calling her stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, fair is fair, bro. Fuck all that dumb shit. She wasn't cussing Tommy and she wasn't aggressive, right? You know what I'm saying? Tommy was coming out his mouth sideways. She was just sitting there, right? Don't come bail that nigga Tommy out, and because that nigga's talking shit, cussing her out. Fuck all that.
Mm,
No, I mean, like I said, it wasn't. It's not a question. She was sitting in her seat. Tommy was talking because Tommy got upset because she was embarrassing him by the things that she was saying. Tommy got in his fucking feelings, started cussing her out, and the guy knew, right? Because we're human beings. If you talk shit and cuss somebody out in their face, they might want to fucking smack you. Period. I don't understand how we gonna make this complex. She came and got the chick because she knew Tommy might get smacked for coming out his mouth sideways. I don't understand that. And what I'm saying is, if that was a man there, it would have been like, oh, that nigga got smacked because he talked shit. Because it's a female, she can't smack that nigga. I don't buy that. I
Cause
don't
she
buy
a
that.
female. Cause you're a human being. You should be putting your hands on anyone.
No, bro. No. If
Like
I mean,
for
see,
real,
if
man.
but see,
Like you can't do that, man.
nah,
You
you
can't just be
can do
going
that.
around hitting
If
people,
you
man.
in somebody's face and they cussing at you, you can do that, bro.
But bro, I look, listen. As a person who likes to fight, I'll go ahead and say this: talking shit still don't give you a chance to put the hands on them. Now I do admit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those ones I like to talk shit because I know that leads to you putting your hands on me, and that way I got a reason to fight.
Right.
I mean, so as a person who likes to fight, I know that I talk shit for a reason because it makes you fight.
Yeah. But see, that's the difference. And Tommy knows that too. Don't listen, Tommy. What I'm saying is, don't no real nigga do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh nigga, let
I
me.
mean,
It's like, let me talk shit, and I know the police are over there. So when somebody responds, the police is gonna grab the person because I'm too chicken shit to handle my own business. I don't let that. I don't go for that.
hey, man. You know what though? I think your idea of a real nigga and my ideal of a real nigga probably doesn't coincide
No,
because
the real nigga,
I've
we the
seen
real
real
nigga.
look
I'm
seriously
not the
I've
real
seen
nigga.
real niggas that call themselves real niggas carry it to a whole nother level when a female puts his hands on her.
No,
They
no, Kev. What I'm
they
saying
would
is, I'm
scrub
not
her.
saying me. Well, I'm not categorized. What I'm saying is, the real Tommy think he the real nigga. That's why he come out his mouth like that, right? I'm not. I'm saying
No,
if
he
you.
does not think he's a real nigga because that's the reason why niggas don't want him. The
Okay,
nigga
Man,
does
I'm.
not
like
think he's
the
I'm being
rhetoric that
facetious.
Tommy would
I'm being
probably consider
like
himself anything but a real
hold on,
nigga.
Judge. Hold on, Judge. I'm being facetious. What I'm saying is, if you gonna talk the talk, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna walk the walk and you're gonna deal with the repercussions. What I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is, why we gotta bring this to the manosphere? Let it be. If you go on Fresh and Fit, if you inviting hoes and ratchets to your house to cook breakfast and shit, nigga, deal with all of that, bro.
Let me let me let
Deal
me
with all of that.
let me
Don't
let me
even have us even trying to discuss this bullshit.
yeah, look, let me say this. Yeah, and Tommy watches the manosphere. When you have people who have 300, 400, 500 people watching and discussing the situation that you had gotten yourself into, and they even have your name in the title, yeah, he's probably gonna come to the manosphere to clear things up and to offer clarity, to
No, but
explain the
but but
situation.
Kev,
I mean,
but Kev, the problem is nobody in the manosphere was calling the shit what it was, bro. They needed to be They needed before they even got into this male, female, or females allowed to hit. Before they got there, he should have been clown for nigga. Why you cooking breakfast for ratchets, and then you get in your fucking feelings when the chick embarrasses you, and you do all that fucking emotional shit. You know what I'm saying? It should have been left there.
but you know
Is
what
what I'm
though?
saying. But
Here's the
I didn't
thing.
I didn't hear nobody in the black manosphere just saying Tommy is a fucking bitch because the way he handles his fucking business. Why you cooking breakfast for fucking ratchets, bro? Even just leave it there. So what I'm saying is, if you a motherfucker that cook breakfast for ratchets, fuck. I'm saying I'm not even trying to even go into your whatever happens after that. Is what I'm saying. After that, whatever comes of that, deal with it yourself.
Cooking, okay. Let's cooking breakfast for ratchets, dude.
That's what he said. No, you know how many times he said he bragged about cooking breakfast for that same chick that was trying to smack him,
I thought she said she didn't hook up with a man like that.
bro. That what I'm saying is he was trying to get the fucking panties with the bitch, right? Whether it's paid or unpaid, I don't even want to get into that. The point is he wanted to fuck the bitch. We know that, right?
And she said on her Instagram that if he would have came correct with the money, she
But
would
I
have.
know, but I'm saying but that's not my point is the nigga knows she a ratchet, right? I don't cook breakfast for ratchets, bro. I don't know no other nigga that does that.
You'd be surprised.
What I said, but they need to be clowned in the black manosphere. They need to get
But but
clowned
but
for that
but but
shit.
like look, we can't control what people say, man. And there were some people that were saying, look, there were all kinds of people saying all kinds of things. It depends on what content creator you're watching.
uh-huh.
Yeah, it depends on what. But there was a lot of people that were saying that Tommy doesn't swell up on dudes like that were in the space. You know, there were people that were saying that, that he's tricking. And that was the reason why he made that video about O'Shea and the Black Manosphere, calling us rainbow and saying that we the sissy sphere, we the homosexual, we the gayosphere and all that other shit. Because he felt as if, for some reason, that we were criticizing the fact that he was trying to trick on old girl. So
No,
where did he
it
get
ain't
that
that.
from?
It
Where did
ain't
he get
that.
that from?
It ain't even that. It ain't like, handle your business. But what I'm saying is, if your business with a ratchet blows up in your face, that's not a manosphere accredited fucking issue.
I mean, but that Tommy's reputation though. There are gonna be people that want to get at Tommy just because Tommy is Tommy. How did we know that that wasn't some kind of shameless plug for her YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make her name bigger. Oh, I got that nigga Tommy. I mean, what I clearly saw was a female being aggressive with Tommy, and then it turned into
Okay,
a
she
shouting
was being
match.
aggressive. How was she being aggressive? By doing
Man,
what?
look, you can see it in the damn
No, no, no,
picture.
no, not. Don't tell me what I saw. I'm asking you.
No,
Why
I'm
did she
telling
do
you what I
aggressive?
saw. I've been told you what I saw several times. She was clearly the aggressor.
No, I said, what did she do?
She stood up and started yelling in the
No,
man's
she
face,
didn't
like
stand
pushing
up
the
until
microphone,
that nigga
like she
called her
got
a
a
bitch.
microphone in her hand. The security guard is grabbing the
That's
microphone from her.
no. What I'm saying is before Tommy again, because from this is where I stand. If you in somebody's face and you calling them dumb and you calling them bitch, I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna get that right to whether you're male or female. Before Tommy was in her face calling a dumb, stupid bitch, how was she aggressive?
I really wish I had.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
really wish I
no.
had
It's not a
the
wish.
footage to
No,
show,
how
man.
was she aggressive?
How was she aggressive? All the
Before,
screaming and
before,
yelling she
I
was
said
doing, man.
before,
She
no,
stood up over that
before.
man. That's a sign of aggression.
What? What's the sign?
No, I don't look. This is what I don't get about some guys, for
Uh-huh.
real, for real, for real. It's like we're supposed to let these women get away with treating us any
But
kind
that's
of
what I'm.
way.
No, that's not the point. My point is, he's not a credible use to make that fucking point because you know what's going to happen.
Doesn't
You know what's
matter.
going.
Right is right.
But no, no, it's not right because again, what's right is if you in somebody's face and you disrespecting them to that point, you gonna get smacked anywhere in the world. This is not a real nigga shit. This is a human being This is a human being shit. If you're in anybody's face, white, black, red, China, Russia, America, Africa, anywhere, if you're in somebody's face and you cuss in their face, cussing them out, that you know what I'm saying? That is going. You're going to make that person feel threatened. If nothing else, depending on the person or the person just based on the principle, is going to want to smack you. That's it. That's not a male female thing. That's a human being thing. And what I'm saying is, if I'm in a black man, if I'm asking women to give me humanity, I'm not trying to take away theirs, right? And so what I'm saying is, I can't justly say like, okay, you know what? I just should co-sign a chick getting hollered and screamed at in her face, right? right? And she's not doing the same thing. Obviously, she wasn't cussing him. She wasn't calling him out his name. I'm saying, if any person, and a female included, is having that done to them, I'm gonna turn the other way if they decide to clap back. That's it.
Uh,
It's not a male female thing. And what I'm saying is,
I
I
wouldn't.
can't I can't say
It's
that
not a
we
male
shouldn't
female
fight in
thing.
the
It's a
world.
right and wrong thing, man.
But
Like,
fighting isn't about right or wrong.
yes, the hell it is.
It is. Why? Why is that?
Right, like it's a right or wrong thing, man. Look, no matter, like, I get kind of what you're saying to a degree.
I know you
Like,
get
you,
what
no,
I'm
no, no,
saying.
no,
You
no.
just
But
don't
let me
agree.
offer clarity. Let me offer clarity.
You
Let
don't
me offer
agree with
clarity.
me.
No matter what someone says to you, you
Uh-huh.
don't have your right. You don't have a right to put your hands on them. Period. That's just
If
how it
what I'm
is.
saying is, if you're in their face, it's different. If you're loud and aggressive in somebody's face, bro, come on, man.
Hey, question: are they taking people's videos down for showing this footage?
I don't know.
All right, let me see something real quick, cause I mean, cause I believe everybody saw this stuff, and I mean, like, I did find a video, and I want you guys to decide for yourself. So,
Listen, play it again. I seen the shit. Play
yeah,
it again.
fair use, everyone. Like, hold
Fair
on.
use, fair use.
Okay, well, damn, this ain't even the whole thing. I mean, all it did was okay, but look.
You got to get it before she stood up, though.
mm, Well, yeah, yeah, this video is a 39-second video, and yeah, it clearly shows her standing up first. Now the security
No, no,
guard,
no. But you got to get what happens before that, though.
man, look, let me see if I can find something, cause, like, look, like, I've seen it, and it, to me, it clearly looked like she was being the aggressor.
Again, that's that. But see, that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making, what I'm saying is, I will justify anybody being aggressor if somebody is in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not repeating that word. If somebody is in your face, loud, cussing you out, I will give them, right, the fairness of knocking that motherfucker out, whether you were male or female. Period. Period. Because again, if you got the balls to get up in somebody's face who hasn't done the same to you, right? And you're gonna be loud and aggressive and cussing them out, right? So really, what we're looking at again is Tommy got in his feelings, right? And then he started cussing the chick out because he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the conversation to go where she was taking it, right? So that nigga bitched out by start cussing her out and calling her names because he couldn't handle what she was saying. And so manhood is not just about fighting or not. The nigga, he couldn't handle the conversation, so he went to the childish way of cussing her out, calling her dumb, stupid, and bitch. But that's his go-to. If you call him out, like I said, when I was on Tough Talk TV, and I was talking, and the nigga start calling me a liar. You're a liar. Like, yo, man, I'm about to tell this motherfucker to shut the fuck up. But Sister George jumped in, right? And I'm like, yo, I said, you calling me a liar? I said, get the fuck out of here, and they fucking kicked me off. But I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna let this motherfucker talk to me any kind of way. Y'all can both fucking be caping and fucking sucking and sucking on this motherfucker's pole and shit. I'm not doing that. I like he's like, yo, bro. He's like, this is what happened. Like, yo, bro, I can see clearly what happened. There's a video of the shit, right? And most of the time, when you're not in the situation, you're more objective. And I wasn't trying to go at Tommy. Tommy. I mean, saying I'm not someone that goes around wanting to fucking hate on him or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, nigga, don't come to the manosphere with this shit. That's the point I'm saying.
Well,
Keep your fuckery separate.
I don't believe. I still haven't seen where he came to the manosphere looking for any kind of assistance. Now, if
No, but
so,
Kevin, he's been
look, hey dude,
he was
bruh,
doing that
bruh,
with Kevin Samuel.
bruh,
What do you
bruh,
mean?
I get that, but he didn't go to the manosphere. He was actually going at the manosphere. I think we're missing a little context here. If you got your name, if you got my name in your title, I have the right to show up. Period. If somebody say Kev from Black Men Being Brutally Honest, blah blah blah, they're having a whole panel about it. It's like, look, I'm gonna go up to that panel and offer some clarity. I got the right to do that, just like Tommy has the right to do that. My problem with Tommy isn't even this fight right here, because she was clearly being the aggressor.
After she got cussed at in the face again.
Okay, okay, let me put it to you like this. If a woman started yelling at me, getting in my face, started being aggressive, I'm just supposed to say, hey, you know what? I'll just sit here and take it. Correct? Is that what you're saying about Tommy? I'll just sit here and take it. You know what you could do? You know what you could do in those situations, though. You know what you could do in your situations.
I'm not saying that.
No,
You're
you know,
saying that.
no, yeah, I am saying that. But clearly, okay, if she called, like, if she starts screaming and I start screaming back, that's just two people screaming. You ain't got no goddamn right to put your hands on me. Period.
I do, no,
When you put your hands on me, that means that you clearly want to be in a physical altercation. And that's guy or girl. I have the right to protect myself from that shit.
But listen, you talking something. Of course, that's common sense. That's the whole point of why she was.
So why can't you give Tommy that benefit?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even like him, but I got to give him that benefit. You can talk shit all day. You can't touch a person.
Tommy.
Hey, shit. Hey, dude. Hey, look. I got
all day. You can't touch a person. See, that's what the law says.
Look. I don't care too much for Tommy for going. Look, I don't care. I don't care too much for Tommy at all because of the way he went at the space, because he was mad at O'Shea. I don't care for him at all. But right is right. Period.
What's right? What I'm saying is, in real life, again, in real life, I'm talking about, again, in any country in the world, any race, if you are up in somebody's face, right? I'm saying maybe you got a moral high ground that most people don't, but I'm dealing with the average human being. The average human being is not going to let somebody scream and holler in their face and call them names.
Well, wait a minute, bro. Well, wait. This is the problem with you wrong on that, dude. The fact is this. He wasn't getting up in her face. She the one that got up and got animated. He was just yelling into the mic. If you really want, no, nigga. If you really want to be fair, the nigga was yelling in the mic.
I'm not talking about whether he stood up or not.
But he was yelling at the mic. He didn't. It wasn't like he turned to her and was moving all in her face. He was yelling in the mic.
All right, guys. Look, I don't know if y'all can hear this very well or anything, but okay, I'm screaming fair use on this. Hopefully they don't snipe this video because of it, but this video is up here anyway. So this is before she got up.
Okay, good.
This is before she got up. This is when the shouting started.
Okay, good.
All right. Now, if you're looking for anything else,
we can't hear it.
Damn.
Bro, you see what you doing? You trying to show a silent video that's gonna make just.
Okay, look, my sound ain't. But I mean, if you can't hear it, you can't. Like I put the sound with it.
That's the whole point. What do you mean? If you can't, that's the whole point. Is to hear what was said.
Okay, but you can see it.
No, you can't. Okay, all right, bro.
Look. I can eat. Look.
I'm going by what was said, and you're saying that there ain't no sound.
Okay, so you can't hear it. That's what you're saying?
You can't. Of course, you can't hear nothing.
Let me see. It says StreamYard.com. Like, I do need better equipment because people have said that before that they can't hear anything. But like, you can clearly see what's going on.
Man,
now he did.
Talking about clearly see. Again, we know she stood up first. That's not.
Why do people try to deny what they see with their eyes? That doesn't make any damn sense.
Nobody's denying what they saw. The point is, right? Again, any human being in the world, if you got somebody cussing and hollering at them, are they or are they not going to have a reaction? Whether it's in a microphone or not in a microphone. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying real life. In real life, people don't get down like that.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, they do, but what I'm saying is that the whole world is not gonna doesn't come to the aid of someone who clearly was trying to goat someone into a physical altercation. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
As
whoa,
a
whoa,
as a
whoa!
grown
Now you're
as
saying
a
that he
grown
tried to
man,
goad her to a physical altercation. Is
as a
that?
grown
Am I hearing that
he
correctly?
he knows she's a ratchet. What do you expect, bro?
I expect people to conduct themselves like adults,
No, not when
ratchet or not.
you know it's a ratchet, Kev. Come on, man. You know that's a ratchet. You know
Uh,
that's a ratchet chick off the street. If I take a ratchet off the street and I bring her into my home, right? And I try to treat her as she's a domesticated, right? That's because you're not wise. That's not a
man,
male and female issue.
she's not a bobcat, dude. She's a
She
fucking human
is.
being with
She's a
goddamn
ratchet.
sense, man.
She's a ratchet, bro. And you should know how to deal with them. I'm
Okay,
not
so how would you? Okay, let's get some
okay.
clarity.
Okay,
How would you
to
have
answer
dealt with the
that,
situation
I'm gonna
then?
tell you, if I had a ratchet, I would not be trying to fucking push her buttons. Period. I'm not that stupid. I'm all black manosphere all day, right? About equality and men having the ability to do this and women shitting off. I get all that, but at the end of the day, I'm wise too. And if I'm around a bunch of ratchets, right? And you already know fresh and fit, well, because the chick almost shot the motherfucker, right? If you already listen, bro, if and not saying you, if you that stupid to go in a place where chicks is shooting at you, chicks is fighting, right? And you go in that same arena, right? And you talk your shit, right? You're not wise.
Mm, uh,
I'm just not gonna do something like that, bro. And if I did it, if I knew I would go, if I went into a den of chicks who shoot and fight, right? And I talk my shit and something happened,
hey, Dre, mute
I'm
up,
not gonna
man.
go to the black manosphere after that. I'm just not. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hang my head in shame and hope nobody fucking knows about it.
Well, Fresh and Fit is probably one of the more popular programs, so a lot of people were gonna see that shit. Second, look, and I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this for the viewing audience. I ain't gonna let no bitch talk to me any kind of way. You better sit your fucking ass down. Like I ain't got time for that shit.
And,
Period.
and you know what? And that's the same thing she was saying. She's like, yo, nigga, you not gonna talk to me like that. Period. And again, this is in an environment where there was already shots happening. Like, yo, bro, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we have to be real men and understand this is about wisdom. You don't go into a situation that you know is already catastrophic, chaotic, and violent, and then think that somehow you're gonna get away with putting fuel on the fire, man. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying. Grown
I
men don't behave like that, and grown men don't try to defend other grown men who are dumb enough to do that.
Yeah, I understand. You don't go into a Crip neighborhood wearing red, but at the same time,
Exactly. And if you do that,
man, I ain't even look. I'm in agreement with the fellas. I ain't gonna let nobody talk to me like that. Period. Especially jumping in my face and being the aggressor. Like, no, I'm not gonna put my hands up and let you do whatever you want to do with me. Now, if you want to sit like it sounded to me like she was trying to over yell and over talk them. What she should have did, she should have knew
no,
how
you
Tommy
you didn't
was.
you didn't play the audio, bro. You didn't play the audio, so you can't say that. You didn't play the audio.
Hmm. I mean, I could have told you what was in the audio, but you were
No,
probably thought I
I
was trying
listened
to
to the
win the back
audio.
and forth.
She was not hollering at the guy. She was not calling him out his name. She wasn't raising her voice,
She
and
was
her
actually
tone
raising her
and her
voice.
tone
She was clearly raising her
was
voice.
still normal. He's the one who changed up on her. And when he changed up with his disrespect, saying she's dumb, she's stupid, you a bitch and all this other type. That was it. That was it.
No, he was calling her drunk ass out on being drunk, and she was acting stupid. But here's the thing, man.
But why was
We're
how was she acting stupid before the altercation? What justification does he have to be calling her those names?
because she was acting that way. I'll tell any woman that. You don't want
No,
to
we're
be
not
called a
talking about
bitch?
anyone. I'm
Don't
saying
act
this
like one.
one. This one. What did she say for him to justify calling her those names while they were both sitting down and she was saying what she was saying again?
Man,
You're
look.
dealing with a ratchet now. And what I'm saying, if you're trying to make this ratchet have some kind of rational speech and behavior, that's a problem.
Look,
That's
dude,
again,
she's
that's
not
a
a fucking animal,
psychological
though.
issue that
She's
you
not
got.
a fucking animal. She's a human being. And this is what I don't fucking get, man. This is what I don't get, man. People act like people don't make human decisions, man. She's not something that you see on National Geographic. She's a fucking human
Bro,
being.
what I'm
She
saying,
had the choice to make sense, dude.
Listen, he went on a show where he knows females get violent, right, and pull guns, right? Are we not clear about that? We are clear about he's on a show where chicks pull guns and they fight even fight the host, right? We know that, right? So my thing again, if you are a wise man, right, you would not go into that situation because you already know the situation doesn't have any structure. So if you go again as a grown man, if you go into a place that does not have structure, right, and you're dealing with one of the individuals who you know plays in a part of having structure, being a ratchet, whatever happens after you put yourself in that position, that's on you as a grown wise man, or else you're just not wise.
And everybody who's watching, men aren't built to take shit. We're not. We are not built to take shit. I am not taking shit from you, whether you're a male or a female.
But
period.
Kev, you already said that. Can you address the point? Are men built to put themselves in unwise predicaments?
Let me tell you something about the unpredictable nature of life.
Fresh and
fit, dude. Fresh. Look, I don't
that
go into situations and just expecting bad shit to happen. Okay,
yes, of course you do. Of course you do, bro.
I mean, unless it's a bad situation.
Man, the whole you know that you know the caliber of people you dealing with, right? And you know that if the conversations get too heated, right? That's usually what happens. And if you're the one, right, you've seen the show, you know that if things get too heated, more times than not, it gets violent. And then you go on the show and you're the one who makes it heated. Okay. I don't even know what else to say about that.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, it's clearly that, we expect some humans to react like animals, like, I wouldn't go into a situation with meat eating predators with a pork chop tied around my neck, but this bitch ain't no eat meat eating predator. She's not a meat eating predator. She's a human being, dude.
Hold on. But before you try to go back and destroy me again, can we agree on that? Can we agree on that, bro?
Can we agree on what?
Can we agree on if you go in there with your shit around your neck, bro? Can we agree on that? That's not wise. Can we agree on that?
Yeah. For in the case of meat-eating predators, yes. But let me read. But let me read this by Son is Hot Rod. Thank you for the super chat. For real. I really appreciate the support that I get on this channel from each and every one of you, just by watching, just by pressing like, and your financial support. I really appreciate that. But Son is Hot Rod says we really need to stop excusing women's or anyone's bad behavior. People should know how to behave, and I watched the video before. Ian is talking nonsense. She was talking reckless prior.
Well, it plain and simple goes like this. Everybody knows. I'm allowed to, like, say me and Kevin right here got beef. I can go and I know Kevin frequents this bar. I can go down to the bar. I'm allowed to do all that. I'm even allowed to talk shit there at Kevin while I'm sitting at the bar. Once Kevin gets up to come across there and makes any threatening gestures or motions towards me, that's when it's too far. See, that's what it's even though looked at in the form of a law. Like
But you
technically,
add
she could have stood.
leaving out
Wait.
calling him
God
a
damn
bitch.
it, Negro! Would you sit back 1 second?
Hey, let Drake out the flow, man. Let him finish.
All right, and technically, what it goes like this, Negro. I can talk all the shit I want, even make some, hey man, I beat your ass while I'm sitting down, this, that, and the other, as long as I don't make any motions to do it. When she stood up and she was, shaking adamantly when she picked up the mic, stuff like that shows a threatening gesture. And right there, if he would have just turned around and popped her right then, he still would have been within the confines of a law because she was standing there with a weapon in her hand and she was moving in a threatened way where everyone knew that a strike was imminent. And that would get you excused for self-defense.
Yeah,
It's just what it is. Don't sit up here and be mad because, well, you played on Kevin's emotions because you knew he didn't like you and this, that, and that. Just because the nigga don't like me and I talk about it, that still don't give the nigga the right to come across the bar, shake his hand, and then about to hit me.
Okay, I get that, and I agree with you. I'm not. What I'm saying is, you guys are trying to act as if I don't. I agree with your point, but again, what I'm talking about is in terms of the black manosphere and coming and knowing, right? If again, that's just like the nigga who lives up under the bridge, right? Black men are not trying to excuse the bad choices that lead them down a certain road. Even again, if that guy that's under the bridge, he didn't actually like do anything bad, but because of the choices, the bad choices in the places that he put himself, it led him to preponderance of more times than not that some shit bad was going to happen. So at what point as grown men do we say to other grown men, let's be wise in our choices? So I'm not in disagreement, but what I'm saying is my bar is much higher.
Hold on,
My bar
fellas.
is much higher, meaning as a man, I'm not going to get down into the nuances of, okay, now that two people are face to face, I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure out who is right and who is wrong. What I'm going to say is, if you knew, right, going in, right, that there was a good chance that some shit was going to go down, I'm going to say, bro, why did you go there in the first place? And then I'm just going to leave it there. Because
Fresh and Fit is a red hot
places that you could have went.
podcast on YouTube right now. Fresh and Fit is a red hot podcast on YouTube right now, and a lot of people are gonna want to be seen there, whether they have a reputation for volatility or not. I mean, you can say various people like Donovan Sharp, Kevin Samuels, who else? Saint and Sinner. All of those guys went in there, and what I don't understand is whenever a certain kind of female screws up on their show, we are always going to run the bat for the female, especially like with a person like Asian Dog. And we usually do that.
Don't do that. Don't do
what?
Me the poster child for that shit, bro.
No, bro. No. I didn't say you.
No,
I mean we had dudes like Malik Shabazz standing up for these ratchet assholes.
But what that had to do with the point I'm making here, though?
But the fact is, no offense, in no way whatsoever was she right. She had no ground to stand on. No way whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait. Once you got up screaming and hollering, think about it. Mm-hmm. You could scream and holler into the mic all you want. That's fine. You're yelling into the mic. But once you got up to scream and holler and you pick up that mic, you kind of like, don't you know how you do your like your mother will point the finger at you like that? When you're moving a mic, that's moving it like they're in a threatening gesture. When you stood up, that's a threatening gesture. Like if you don't even notice, he kept calling her a bitch, still looking forward. She is
But
already
that's
standing
what I'm
up.
saying. Why
Wait.
if you're
She
a
was
rational
already
person
standing up in a
and you got
threatening
and a
gesture.
person got a weapon, why would you do that, bro?
Well, I ain't gonna
As
lie.
a rational
Look,
person, if you know the
bro,
person next to you has a weapon, why
what?
would you try to egg them on unless something
Oh,
is
well,
wrong
I'm
with
gonna
your
tell you.
brain?
Just look. I got every right to egg you on. I egg people on all day.
When a
I
person
got
has a
look,
weapon in
no,
their hand,
Negro. I got every right to egg you
when a
on. I
person has
egg
a
you on
weapon in
all
their
day.
hand,
Listen, I
Hey,
got every
hey,
right
hey,
to
y'all.
egg you
Hey,
on.
hey. I think I went out before I told like hurry up and buy. Thank you for the super sticker.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Did y'all hear that
yeah.
part?
no, we didn't
No,
hear that.
didn't.
Okay, all right. But like what I was trying to say is, Ian, I wasn't trying to make you the poster child, but there are plenty of niggas that sit up there and stick up for ratchet
I
behavior,
don't know
and
nothing
that
about that, bro.
and
I don't
and
know
and
nothing
and,
about
and,
that.
and the fact of the matter is that shit has
I
to
hate that
stop.
you brought that into this conversation.
But what I'm trying to say is this, bro. I got every right to egg you on because if I want to get you to fight, I'm gonna do it right. As soon as you make a aggression to fight, that's actually when you.
Okay, so if a person has a gun,
Actually committed
right?
anything by the law.
Okay, Judge. So if a person has a gun, right? So you telling me that you would advise somebody, right? Based on the principle of right and wrong, and you're right. You're gonna advise someone if they have a weapon. Let's even go to the gun, right?
Okay,
All
if
right,
they
you're
got
gonna say
weapons,
that person
bro.
has a gun in their hand, and
Hmm.
they have it potentially ready to shoot you. You're gonna stand on the fact that it was wise of the person because they are in the right
I didn't say it
to
was
run
wise.
their mouth.
That man
Listen, I
said
didn't say
gun.
it was
Gun
wise.
changes
You
this
want to
damn
listen,
No, it
complexity.
doesn't change. No, because
bro?
we're talking about a weapon. If
Well,
she had a
listen, I'm gonna
mic
tell you.
that potentially could have
I'm gonna let you.
killed him with it.
Well, goddamn it, nigga! If you shut up, I'll tell you. If you got a weapon in your hand and I want to fight you, and I figure I can take a hit by that weapon once, like say you was holding the mic
Oh
right there, you
God.
damn right, I'm gonna still talk shit to your ass because
All
you're
right.
gonna get that
Okay.
one hit
All right.
off,
Okay.
and that's
All right. You
listen,
win.
listen,
You win that one
listen. You
then.
gonna get that one hit off, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you want to be hit.
All right.
Some people want to be hit. I'm not
I
gonna
don't know.
lie. Some
All right.
people
Okay.
do
All
that
right.
because
All
they
right. You
figure
win. You win. All
he
right.
want the
I guess
man
I'm.
when
All
he
right.
said that
Hey,
My
but
opinion is
Ian,
you
he
win.
wanted her to do that.
You win. You win.
Ian,
Wanting her
there
to
is
do it
somebody.
still does not excuse.
I can't even
Ian,
respond to that. Okay.
Ian. There is somebody in the chat that does agree with you though. So let me see. In the Invisible Man, he called her a dumb, stupid bitch. He lucky he didn't get the head. He didn't get the white meat on the face.
Right.
So yeah, not everyone disagrees with you, but
Well,
most
bro,
of
I'm just
people
saying it's
do.
like this. He wanted he wanted to take the risk because Tommy he likes drama and
But
everything. You already
but
know he want.
how does the risk benefit reward, bro? What is the benefit? What is the reward benefit of that?
Well, though, I'm gonna tell you what the reward benefit of that. The reward benefit of that is everybody talking about the shit now because if you don't know this nigga by now, he thrives on drama. This is his reward. Think about it. He can sit up here and talk all the. I mean, no offense, you sit up here and talk all this mess where you sitting up here talking about ain't no reward. Yes, it is. It's content for this nigga to talk about for another 6 months.
Listen, that's a way above my pay grade, then, bro. That's
Maybe
above my.
because you don't know the man as good as I do, but if he feet, no offense, half the time. Like I even told him, I said, man, everything was cool when you do it, but the fact is this: when you get into the fights, that's all he's done for the last couple of years. Is talk about another content creator or talk about fighting somebody. That's been his
Okay,
goal.
so okay, Judge,
That's the
that's
reason.
good.
Wait. That's the reason why the nigga has fallen off. Because people are getting tired of the fighting bullshit.
Thank
They're
you,
actually would
and
rather
that's
you
all
get
I'm
back to.
saying, Judge. That's all and that's the point I'm
But
making.
that's but bro, this
If
it's
we
not.
know that,
Look. It's not an intelligent thing, but no offense, that's been the nigga's motto for the last 5 years.
exactly, that's all I'm saying. So
Huh? So of course that so then basically you just killed your own argument. Of
but
course he
I'm
would
not
want her
making
to
an
hit him.
argument. All
But I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying,
is
of
no,
course he would want that.
no. All I'm saying is, but you got niggas in this space and in the chat trying to act like you don't know that this is what this nigga does. Is what I'm saying. They're trying to take the event as if this whole shit ain't set up and staged. You know what I'm saying? They acting like this is some kind of organic shit. And this is look what women does and
Oh,
like no.
now you're saying it's staged?
That's no, no, I'm talking to Judge now. That ain't what I'm saying, man.
This is my platform.
Now I know, but no, but when you're taking what I'm saying out of context, and I'm following the line of what he was saying, right? Don't just take my words. We had a kind of exchange. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, and based on the exchange that me and him were having, he was saying that we know this is what he does, right? And again, then I followed. If you're listening to the conversation, I followed. If we know that this is what he does, we cannot, when he yells fire or help me or whatever, come to his aid and act like this is some organic shit, because trouble follows the motherfucker, right? If you
Well,
know that trouble follows the individual, you can
well, I mean,
no
trouble.
longer is this person a viable use and definition of what the black manosphere is trying to do. Is what I'm
But
saying.
bro, he's not manosphere.
No, he's not. Now, especially
I
after
mean,
what
I know that, but
especially after what he said in that video.
That's not what I'm saying. Again, you're not listening. But brothers in the manosphere are trying to act like this is something that has to do with the manosphere, and I'm saying it doesn't.
No, I didn't get that message. I mean,
yeah.
me and you are getting two totally different messages.
But
But see,
what we trying to say is this: the nigga did it because it was all a play, because to give the nigga something to talk about for the next couple weeks.
Exactly.
And on top of that, like, listen. Well, think about it. It's like this. He looked at it as if it was like from say I'm Tommy, and I got Tommy's track record, and I think like him. It was a win-win situation for him all the way around. Because one, he's got months of content to talk about. If the bitch hits him and he sues or do all that shit, months of content to talk about. Say she hit him and he just knocked her out. Still, months of content to talk about. I mean, there's so many ways that could go. And I mean, no offense, the only thing the nigga has been doing the last couple of years is drama. Think about it. The nigga talking about motherfuckers who don't even mention his name. I mean, to go to show you that you've gotten so far away from your normal thing that brought you up is the fact is this. Because it's plenty of content creators I like. But I'm not even going to lie. I don't like to watch y'all when you fighting another content creator. Like, I understand when you make points, but when you going in dragging another person, I hate to say, watch for 5 minutes and I just tune right out. Mm-hmm. I go somewhere else or whatever. Because if you ever notice, to me, the stuff with the beef, I got to know both sides. And then I got to go listen to other. That's just too much damn work.
Right.
Where I really like to do the debates when we talk about an issue or something like that. Because that means I can come in, listen for 10 minutes, and I can comment. I don't need to do 4 hours of research before I can make a comment and don't have to worry about sounding like an idiot 10 minutes later.
Right.
Yeah, let me read what Blu-ray has on the screen. He said, like, Sotomayor and Kwame Brown have been at each other's throats since last year, video after video. I'll say this about Kwame Brown. I don't understand why he would go at Tommy specifically, seeing that he is a multi-millionaire that is very successful. But like, it was almost as if it was a useless beef. But Tommy, hurry up and buy. Tommy did start that shit too. So, and look.
Which one? Wait. He went at who? He's saying
Kwame Brown.
Oh well, yeah.
Kwame Brown bust life.
It was useless beef.
But I mean, it was a very useless beef.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: he needed beef because the Kevin Samuel stuff was getting stale. I mean,
because he had gone at Kevin Samuels because Tommy is like this. He felt like everyone, including the black manosphere, stole from him. Yeah. And
I said that first.
That
Tommy be like, if you said, man, if you walk down the street with skid marks in your drawers, you a real man. Man, I said that first years ago, dog. I mean, like literally.
Kwame Brown is suing Tommy Sotomayor.
I doubt that. Is he?
Yeah, hurry up and buy said that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If plain and simple, I think like this is what I said, and I give credit to Tyreek. Tyreek Nasheed did more damage to Tommy Sotomayor with that coon train. That's the reason why I remember when it all came out. I told Angry Man and I told Minister Jack back then. I said, I hate to say something. If Tommy Sotomayor ever end up getting offed or whatever like that afterwards, it'll be because of that.
Let me tell
because
you.
he got
Hey,
his whole card pulled on TV. So niggas gonna keep pulling his whole card,
let me let me
and that's
let,
what hurts.
let hurry up and buy. He said, Kev, when your shit blow up, Tommy gonna come at you. Tommy has been in the chat. Tommy has been in the chat like one or two times, and he said that exact same shit. Y'all wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me.
Right,
What happened was it didn't last long because Son is Hot Raw timed him out.
right.
And Tommy, I believe, left the broadcast immediately once he did that.
Well, I'm just plain and simple. I remember he made the comment with me. Oh, nigga, somebody come to your house. So that's that was always that. Nigga, you already said. Remember, I was your dude. You already said back when we was cool that your cousin used to fight all your battles for you.
And you know what
Well, I
though,
mean,
Judge Dre, he did call you by name.
oh no, he calls me by name all the time. That nigga, you ever notice when he say that nigga in a blue shirt, because that's always been my he. And he's like, man, this nigga follow me around. Nigga, the only time I even say something about you is when you come into one of the spaces I frequent. It ain't like I'm going to spaces your ass frequent. Think about it. No offense, nigga. I was here and I was supporting you guys, Kevin, when you had one person watching you.
Let me.
I told him, I said, it's one of the things I tell you. Niggas in this space, I've been on it damn near 10 years. One of the things niggas can't say ever about Dre is you ain't never caught Dre in a lie. Yeah. I said, but wait a minute, Tommy. How many times have people caught you in a lie? I said, I got people that I said, I just give I said, you said Kevin Samuels wouldn't return your email. I bet you if I send him an email, he'll probably answer it.
But let me respond to hurry up and buy. He said he's gonna say he's responsible for your success. Yeah, Kevin got the B and BBH from me. Let me say a couple things. That was a Facebook group that I made back in 2017, and I will say this: Tommy was part of that group a couple of times, and the reason why he didn't last in the group, because it was some grandstanding from admin. It was like, oh, well, we were just going to put him out the group because I had a rule. You couldn't block an admin on Facebook. That way we can, and it wasn't really an invasion of privacy. It was like, if you talking shit about the group or you're trying to sully the group, then, you're going to
You got to go.
You got to go, period. Yeah. And Tommy, like when Tommy was in his dead period, and he had a dead period for a while, he was still out there. He was posting his shit. He was posting this shit in the Facebook groups. He was. He's still
blocked all the time.
His profile is still in my backup Facebook group. I had a black man being brutally honest with everyone. I think it was named 2 or something like that. I mean, I don't even remember it. I haven't been in the group in a long time, but it's still, I archived that group. Tommy is still a part of that group. Oh, and then as far as the main group goes, a lot of content creators are in that group, including DJ Kuda. I just don't know what name he's using, but he says he's followed me on. Like, he even said it the other day. He's been following me on Facebook for a while. So,
but just like he, think about it. He even said the shit with me. Oh, if it wasn't for Dre, I'd put Dre on. But no offense, I say yes. We was under your platform, but even during when we was under your platform, you never even said, yeah, man, go over there and check out Dre, but maybe 3 or 4 times. Just give you an example. Kevin Samuels has said Judge Dre's name more times, and I have never worked with him.
Yeah.
And to get to those, you don't want to sit up here and say Kevin Samuels has shouted me out on videos more times than I did, and I put money in your pocket, Tommy. So if you want to go by that.
Yeah, shout out to Sir Anthony. Thank you for showing up, man. Good to see you. But here's the deal. It's been over 2.5 hours. Let's submit our final statements, and then when I say my final statement, just, be quiet and just let the show in. And if you guys want to come back tomorrow night, including the viewing audience, because I really appreciate you guys. And thanks for all your support and, pressing like and the super chat. But whichever one of you want to go first, because I'm about to end this. Either one of you, Ian, Judge
Go ahead.
Dre.
Let him go first. I'm moving the tub.
Okay. Okay. All right, Ian. Ian, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
Tommy
Okay.
came in the room and told him to shut up. So he had
Hey, but no, I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and make final statements, because I'm finna end this one.
All right. Go ahead, Ian.
Ian, go ahead.
Oh, you want to volunteer me first? Okay, cool.
No. Well, Dre said you can go first, but but
No,
because I get the
it
final
didn't. I
word.
didn't. I mean, I was, I hadn't really thought of. I mean, if you know what you're gonna say, you know, I'm just, I haven't wasn't thinking about what I was gonna say yet because I was messing with my internet. Um, let's see. Well, I mean, I guess to top it off, the point is that we know who Tommy is, and as we understand being in a black manosphere, we don't allow people who are enemies who become victims all of a sudden to become allies again just based on their victimization. So the point that I'm making is I'm not trying to get in the weeds of who's right and who's wrong because in reality I really could give a damn either way. But the argument that I was making was to show, right, that just because he can present himself as a victim, that does not automatically should garner him support in the black manosphere is my point. And what I'm saying is support means that even giving him the attention of even trying to argue about whether or not he was a victim, right? And so that's my point. The point is not to try to be judged about whether he's a victim or not. I could give a damn. The point is, if you have spent in your time, right, trying to see whether or not he was a victim or not, obviously that means you give a damn about the motherfucker, and I don't. And I don't think the black manosphere should spend any time on it. Yeah, so that's it.
All right. And regardless of whether I agree or disagree with you, Ian, I will say this: thanks for giving us your time and your energy and your words. I really appreciate it. For being a part of this broadcast. But I will stick to my word. Right is right. and that's just all there is to it. But you
but you
have
but
your
you know
but
too,
you
it
have
was
your stance. Look, you have your stance. I have mine.
but it was two of the guys in the chat too. I was getting at because
Okay.
they was trying to go hard at me. So it wasn't necessarily you per se. It was the guys in the chat. They was really going hard on the side of Tommy Sotomayor. So I had to take that stance for
Yeah, yeah,
them.
yeah. You have your right to take your stance, and so do they, and so
Yeah,
do they.
yeah.
Okay,
Yep, you
so
got the right to be wrong on that, but that's the beauty about the United States of
yeah,
America.
yeah.
You're
But
allowed to
okay,
do that here.
okay, but go ahead, Dre.
Right. Like I
Because
said,
once I start speaking, that's it.
yeah.
I make my final statement, and then the show is over.
Right. Well, I said, this. Like I said, definitely. There's a lot of people have to realize that technically, with it all being fragmented in this space, there's no really no person in charge. I love how people sit up here and try to push people in there. Yeah, there's bigger pe- people in the space depending on what year it is. One time it was O'Shea, now it's Kevin or this, that, and the other. And I really wouldn't even call him because he never technically said he was Manosphere. If y'all remember what his first name actually was before Godfather was Saint Kev. So I mean, if y'all don't remember that from all the time, that should let you guys know, what type of saint person talks about knocking brought women upside the head or whatever like that. So I don't expect him to always keep his foot on his neck because he was more spiritual on that. And that goes against what the man we knew back then was. So I sit there and laugh at these people when it comes to that. But everybody wants to put a leader or something in charge when they realize we have a lot of things that we agree on because because all this is similar. We all have this in common. But technically, it's like nobody's in charge. The only time you're in charge is when you're on your page. That's when you're the one in charge. Alrighty.
And thank you for that final statement, which is in the spirit of the topic that I presented itself. So, very good, Judge Dre. I really appreciate that word. But yeah, I hate the whole insert this leader, insert that leader type deal because it's like this. Whatever any of these content creators are saying, um, I feel as if, and I'm saying feel because it's the truth, and I know we're about facts and not feelings, that there is not one person over the entire crew, no matter how many views they're getting. Because, see, if we said it like that, Jessica X would be leading us. So, and that certainly is not the case. There may be people who have more views and more popular and more established, and a lot of people may follow that person's direction. But an established HNIC, I don't believe we do. And it's like this: does anybody in this space have what it takes to be an actual HNIC? And, as of this time, I don't believe that people ride for the space hard enough or that hard to have that kind of establishment.
Well, I mean, you would have to. A lot of people don't realize that being that head person in charge, you would take a lot of flack from that,
Yeah,
and
a
you would have to be
lot.
a very strong individual. Like I ain't even gonna lie, I could actually do that job because I really don't care about people's opinion of me, and I
Yeah.
don't care backlash I would get in public.
All right.
To
Well,
help
let me.
because I work, for myself. I don't have to worry about nobody getting no backlash that way. But
Well,
nobody is really volunteering for that job.
I mean, but there are some people that seem like they're trying to volunteer, like their thought should be king of this space. And I don't believe, like, at this point, anybody has that right now because there's no push to fortify and protect the space. There are too many people that are on this bandwagon to shit on the space. And even if somebody, yeah, and you're right, if someone were to step up and try to take that role, they would face so much backlash that it wouldn't even be worth it. It wouldn't even be worth it. Now, I'm tired of seeing black men platforms go down to various challenges, such as like the Bitter Sisterhood or the Simp Nation or black plainly niggas that just trying to be the head themselves. This HNIC complex is not because somebody wants to be the leader. It's because they want to take people down who believe that they are the leader. And it's like, and I'll say this, and a couple of people are going to probably be upset with me about this. The reason why Kevin Samuels' masculinity is attacked so much because the insecurity in men, they can't beat him any other kind of way. They can't beat him by numbers. They can't beat him by the money he's making right now. So they attack the one thing that they feel like they can bring him down on, and that's his masculinity. Now, Kevin Samuels did admit to being effeminate because he said he was raised by a single mother. He did admit to that. But as far as him being my leader, that's not the case at all. And I'm gonna say this, and these motherfuckers can take offense if they want. O'Shea ain't my motherfucking leader. Obsidian is not my leader. Angry Man is not my leader. BGS is not my leader. And I bring up those names because those are the names that people always say they're mad at, and they always have this big ass objection to, and they always trying to insert them as leaders just so they can go at the space. Now, my suggestion to people who want to ride for the space, but they are afraid to because of the bandwagon sentiment that goes around, grow some goddamn balls. That's all I gotta say. And and I gotta say, take the example of the habitual line stepper.
Facts.
We stand side by side. We don't lead. I don't lead Sister George or Roger or Darth Skater or Donnie. And in that turn, they don't lead me. We stand side by side and we try to act as if we are a cohesive unit. Now, if people are able to fortify the space like that, I'll be more than happy to ride with it. But for now, I feel like the space has too many goddamn issues and too many people are at each other's throat because of this HNIC complex. We just can't say, hey, you know what? We can put our ideas together and we can make this a great fucking spot. We just continue to fight. And for that reason, black men might actually ultimately fail. And that is a sad thing for me to think about, but I will try my damnedest to make sure that it goes the other way on my own individual effort, and I don't have to be an HNIC to do that. I can just be Kev. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the likes that you guys gave me. I appreciate the views you guys give me. And you know what? I'm going to put it forth my best effort to make sure that this channel grows as big as possible. Because, I believe for the people who tune in to me week after week after week after week, you deserve my heart and soul and my effort. I mean, but my family first, especially my daughter. But, y'all know what I'm saying. So, anyway, that is it. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Look, long live the habitual line steppers. I am going to win. Goodbye.
Peace.
Peace.